Hello gamers, welcome to a brand new DSP video. We're going to be going over the Lavinia mini PC rant. We're going to watch the Meerkat video, then we're going to switch over to a Hate Army video because I think Meerkat has the first half of the context of the rant or what started it. Then we're going to watch Hate Army's full upload of the nonsense. So let's get into it. And we get the full context.
Why not use a converter for the Xbox Fight Stick? Already answered that.
Oh my god. Okay, so let's read this chat. Why not use the converter for the Fight Stick to play on PS5? There's no lag and it's tournament legal. So, the dude says it's tournament legal. Okay, we'll get to it when we get to it. Tournament legal, especially Evo, and it only costs 60 instead of 300.
That on this very podcast. Converters, they're not perfect. They add tons of input lag. They're not even tournament approved.
They're not tournament approved. The dude said they're tournament legal. Now, I might be wrong, I guess. So maybe someone feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. You know, maybe point me in the right direction. But I saw it on Twitter last year because I was trying to look for a converter for my Hitbox because the Hitbox is a PS4, PS3, PC controller. It's an unlicensed controller. So it does not communicate with PS5 games at all, has no support for PS5 games. I could play a PS4 version of the game on PS5 with the Hitbox, but I can't play the PS5 version of it. So I was looking for a converter just to try to see how that would work, etc. Someone said, "Oh, buy the I think it's called the Wingman Brook." Oh man, I forgot the name of it, but I did. But anyways, they tried to point me in that direction of that converter. I buy it. I bought one that was initially for the Switch, which I'll be honest, I end up not needing it, but whatever. That's beside the point. I got one for the Switch. Wasn't what I was looking for. Then I got one for the Xbox because at least I do have an Xbox, so I can use the Hitbox on my Xbox if I ever want to play a fighting game on that. But the converter. All the converters I've seen from that company, none of them go from Xbox to PlayStation 5. They can go to PS4 to PS3, but not PS5. And I think that is mostly because I think Sony only wants licensed accessories to work on the PlayStation 5, and I don't think Sony has any reason or interest to license a converter, because that would mean that, you know, people would be buying, you know, Microsoft controllers. Why would Sony want that? You know, that kind of shit. So I don't think that there is one. If I'm wrong, feel free to let me know. You know, just type in the chat if there is a actual converter that works on PS5. But the one I looked at, everyone seemed to recommend, because this is a highly recommended converter company. They do not make one for PS5, like, at all. You can put PS5, their converters take PS5 controllers to Xbox and PC and shit like that, but it just does not go to PS5. Like, it does not go the other way around. So that is my issue. So I think with DSP saying, "Oh, I can't use a converter," he could be saying that because I think there is no converter that works. I tried looking for one and I just couldn't find one. But again, I might be wrong. If I am wrong, feel free to let me know, because I would like to use a converter if it's a good one, obviously. So, you know, it would be nice, but it is what it is. Anyways, let's continue on.
Because they have issues. I'm not using a converter because it would just make it harder. Imagine, oh, I can now use my Xbox joystick on PS5, but now all my moves are even more delayed online. That sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Yeah. It's very stupid. Lavinia says,
but he plays these games casually. Does it really matter? I mean, I guess. Whatever.
The mini PC will 100% play modern games. It meets all spec requirements of Elden Ring. My full-size PC has a terabyte. That's not a small amount. It doesn't have a graphics card.
It doesn't have a graphics card. I mean, come on.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
It has what's considered onboard graphics.
No, let's look at the chat message again. The mini PC will 100% play modern games. It meets all spec requirements of Elden Ring. My full-size PC has 1 terabyte. That's not a small amount. The dude literally is telling him that it meets the spec requirements. He's explaining it to DSP. Now, oh my god, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but he said he got annoyed that he had this know-it-all attitude. Does this read from a know-it-all attitude? It does like, DSP, you're incorrect, or whatever, but let's continue.
All spec requirements of Elden Ring. My full-size PC has a terabyte. That's not a small amount. It doesn't have a graphics card. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
It has what's considered onboard graphics. They're very low end. They're not good at all. In fact, someone did a comparison. My graphics card in my PC, no exaggeration, is like 4 times better than the graphics in that mini PC. It doesn't have a dedicated graphics card. It's the onboard graphics. How would I play Elden Ring on it?
What does onboard graphics even mean, honestly? Like, he listed off the specs. He said, oh, it has an AMD chip, it has this, it has that. And it's like, okay, I mean, these are companies. I know they're companies. Whatever.
Yeah, maybe at ultra low settings, 10 frames per second, maybe.
It is so funny. He says this, but he uploaded a video recently that he was experimenting the mini PC, and he's like, oh, dude, this is already at low settings, man. Okay.
And then it overloads and overheats within an hour, maybe.
Oh,
like,
sorry.
where are people getting these weird notions from?
Weird notions. The dude literally said, he looked up the requirements and the specs and all this stuff. Where are you getting this notion from? Now, the other thing that's funny, how come he's questioning Lavinia, specifically Lavinia at this point, about where they're getting that information from, but he's not questioning the people who said, oh, your mini PC has shitty specs, Phil. He doesn't question that, but he questions Lavinia's post. Like, it's so weird. And you know why that is, actually, in reality? Is because I guarantee the other people that told him it has a shitty spec or whatever the fuck, they told him off stream. Because DSP is such a baby and such a bitch. He is scared to be called out on stream, to be wrong on stream, or anything. And on one hand, it's like, yeah, no one likes a know-it-all and shit like that. I mean, sure, whatever. But at this point, DSP is a clown. Because he goes on stream, I don't know what this is, I don't know what that is. So people are gonna want to help him, and then he gets annoyed. So, like, you can't, especially in DSP's case, you can't discern people who are being a know-it-all and people who are being genuinely trying to help, you know? Like, it's one thing if I'm playing Chrono Trigger, let's say, and I'm confused about something that's going on in the game. I'm like, oh, what do I do? And I read chat. I'm not going to say, like, oh, you know what to do, man. Oh, you're telling me to go over there? Oh, okay. Like, I'm just like, oh, I should go over there? Okay, you know, sure, why not? Whatever. And then I do it. But if I'm just sitting playing the game and then someone's like, oh, Theo, oh, you should actually do this, and you know, you should do that. And it's like, dude, I'm not even asking for help. What the fuck? Why asking like a know-it-all? Why do you think you know what I'm doing? That kind of shit. There's a difference between asking for help and like looking for it, and just not asking for help and all that, and people are just trying to help you even though you're not asking for it, that kind of shit. You know, it's kind of like whatever. But this dude is so much of a baby. He could not handle just Lavinia possibly being right. He couldn't even say like, oh, it has a cool effect. Well, I'll have to look into Lavinia. Well, thank you for for helping. Thanks for telling me or whatever. But instead, he takes it as an assault onto his like understanding.
Very odd.
Very odd.
It's not tournament legal at EVO. There's only one converter allowed at EVO.
Okay. How come it's tournament legal at EVO? Oh my god, DSP learned to read.
Getting these weird notions from. It's very odd.
Listen to what he says.
It's not tournament legal at EVO. There's only one converter allowed at EVO, and even that adds significant input lag, but people are doing it if they...
The dude says that how come it's tournament legal at EVO? And he says it's not tournament legal at EVO. They use only one. What are you talking about? I want to hear it again. I want to read the chat post too. Fully.
It's not tournament...
Okay, look. How come it's tournament legal at EVO and a lot of pro players, especially Street Fighter V EVO champ, used one? Get this.
Tournament legal at EVO. There's only one converter allowed at EVO, and even...
It's not terminally legal, but they allow only one. Okay.
That adds significant input lag, but people are doing it if they can't afford another joystick.
How does he know it adds significant lag? Where is that information coming from? Like, he's basing this off of like how old adapters worked. And I'm pretty sure that they've come a long way where it's like either negligible or non-existent. I'm sure. I mean, I again, I won't say like I know for a fact, but I use the adapter on the Xbox with my hitbox, and I did not notice a single change in how the game feels on Xbox. So how come that's the case, huh, Phil? Blech.
Would you like me to reiterate everything I said?
And look at him being toxic. This dude is getting other information that's saying, well, no, it is legal and all this stuff. Like, if he doesn't want to use a converter, which he doesn't want to do, and at this point he already, did he already buy one? No, I think that night he decided. No, wait. Yeah, that night he decided to buy the the PS5 fight stick. So at this point he was still thinking about it, whatever, but he just didn't want an adapter, whatever. He could just say, I don't want the adapter. Thanks for your help, but I want something that connects directly to the console and there's no adapter in the middle. That way I know if, the input I'm doing is gonna hit the game or whatever the fuck. Like, he could just say he prefers to get a PS5 controller or whatever. Like, people are gonna say that's a waste of money, but the thing is, and I kind of want to do a separate video on the fight stick bullshit, because it is a complete waste of money, and it's not and it's just stupid. It's fucking stupid. I really cannot fathom why he, like, no, it's not that I can't fathom why, but it's just insane that this dude brags how he's so smart with money and this and that, and he's going back to his old ways of just buying stuff like just without any thought, any control. And it's insane. It's insane. Because everything that he's getting, he just has to wait, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna work out. It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. And the fact that his whales still give him money is hilarious. It's not even like how could they? No, actually, I want them to keep giving him money so that way DSP can burn it and buy more toys that he doesn't need. Because this dude, it's one thing if DSP just doesn't beg for money or any of that. He just gets support for his streams. And he's like, okay, well, thanks for the support, and that's it. We don't get to hear about his bills, slow streams, or anything like that. We don't hear that at all, but he just gets money. And he buys all this stuff. Fine. That's one thing, because it's not like, oh my god, he's desperate for money. It's just like, okay, he has the money, he's gonna spend it on this. Whatever. But this dude acts as if he is like such a poor little baby that can't afford bread. Like, you can't afford bread, man. I can't. Because this dude cried about a tire. He cried about a tire. He can't get blood work for Jasper. But this dude, I need a fight stick. I need that $300 fight stick right now. I need another $120 of the Street Fighter 6 version. And I need to buy this, and that. And it's like, what the fuck are you thinking with this? Like, I don't, to this point, understand why he wanted to buy Street Fighter 6 on PlayStation. I don't fucking get why he wanted that. Everyone says it's because of the Master Rank stuff and this and that. And sure, I'm not gonna say that's not the point either, or anything, but I still don't get it, because he has other characters in the game that are not master ranks, so if he doesn't want to fight in master ranks, he could just play like other characters. And Blanca's a cheesy character anyway, so it doesn't really matter, and it's just delaying the inevitable anyway. It's just kind of whatever. It's a whatever point. That's where I stand on that. But I just don't get the point when he could just play Blanca on Community Night anyway and just body his fans anyway, whatever. But I don't get I just don't get his. The thing is, we have our own thoughts about the Master Rank stuff, but I want DSP to sit down and explain why he needs the PlayStation version of a game that's already cross-platform. I want him to explain that to me. Like, what is the value? What is the interest in buying the game that's already cross-platform? The only thing I could think of, and honestly, this might be why, he wants to turn off crossplay. And he knows that oh my god, who the fuck's calling? I don't know that number. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna mute the call. Okay, shut up. The only thing I could think of, and I think this is why, he knows that a majority of the Street Fighter community is PlayStation. He knows that, and on Xbox, he has not seen a lot of Xbox players. So, and he knows that the PC version has the best response rate, has the best everything. He knows that he's been saying that about the PC version when the beta was out, etc., etc. He is going to play Street Fighter 6 on PlayStation, and then after he loses enough or he gets salty enough or whatever the fuck, he's gonna turn off the crossplay. He's gonna turn it off. Because you can't turn off certain consoles. Like, you can't go in the menu and say, oh, I don't want PC players, or no PlayStation players. It's either turn off all crossplay or we leave it all on. So if he turns off crossplay on PlayStation, it's not going to be a giant dip in a player pool, versus on Xbox, where if he did do that, he would decline. I guarantee that's why. Because he wants to get rid of the PC players. The dirty, filthy PC players that have the best response rate. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Bye. I guarantee that's why. I think that is the most. Because I think Justin Wong or someone said that, oh yeah, the response delay is very low on PC versus consoles. So he wants to get rid of the PC players, and if he plays on PlayStation, he can do that. So that's what I think. That's my theory on that, which I think is a little more evident because I think there's a lot going on. He just couldn't complain about it on Xbox because he's playing on Xbox and he's forced to play crossplay. But now he has the PlayStation version, he doesn't need the PC player anymore. And that's what I think. That's my theory.
On the podcast, specifically for you, she takes them both out, boom, because you showed up late, and now you want to ask the same questions that I already...
No, it's so funny to me that this dude reiterates and regurgitates and repeats so much information. So much. But when a viewer, asks, that they came in late or whatever, instead of just saying, you can rewind the stream or whatever... He just says, you want me to, restart the whole podcast? Like, what the fuck, man? You could just say, I already addressed this. And move on. And if the guy keeps going at it, be like, look, dude, I explained it. I don't know what else you want from me. And then just time him out. Like, I like that both YouTube and Twitch has a timeout feature. And DSP uses it so randomly. He uses a timeout on when he wants to time out a troll tipper or a troll super chatter, but he'll ban anyone just for any infraction. But that timeout's only for certain people. Certain people.
Already completely answered sufficiently earlier in the show. In fact, how about this? We'll have a special show just for you. It's the Level 1 podcast just for the latecomer who wants to second guess and ask me questions I already answered earlier to try to make me like a gotcha moment on my podcast, all right? So here we go.
It's so funny. He's so mad when other people try to go to a gotcha moment when it's just people trying to help him out, whatever. But he does this to his own chat all the time. He tries to get a gotcha moment on his own viewers. Just keep that in mind when you watch this.
We'll just start over completely. In fact, you know what? Here we go. Just for this person who showed up late and wants to ask the same questions I've already answered, we'll do this. You ready? Here we go.
But remember, he tells us every day he's changed. He's more chill and more mellowed out. But he still has reactions like this. Because this dude has anger problems. He needs to see a therapist. He tells everyone else they need to seek help, get help, do this, do that. But look how this dude acts every day. This dude needs help the most. He needs a therapist. This is not healthy behavior to get when you're just annoyed. Like it's like it's gonna sound whatever, but I'm not even gonna bring up like that one detractor stream, man. But there's so many people that get worked up for stuff that actually makes sense. Like people who make fun of your pets, people who make fun of all this stuff. I can at least understand why someone would be annoyed and just kind of fucking flip out over that. But a dude is trying to help you out and you flip out on them is kind of wild. It's kind of wild. Just look at the difference between those kind of situations and you'll definitely see DSP is the more unhinged of the two. You know what I mean?
All right, we're not doing that. Let's continue.
Let's continue, man. Take a sippy sip.
What else do you guys want to talk about today? Lavinia.
And then this is the other funny thing, the most hilarious fucking shit. You know what? I didn't even think about this initially watching this. This is happening during a segment that's a Q&A and nothing's going on. Who the fuck's calling? I don't know this number, and I'm tired of this fucking bullshit right now, okay? I don't need this in my life. But this is during segments where they, hey, we're doing Q&A. But here's what I'm talking about. And it's just him doing this. And then when people in his chat ask him like, oh, just research the mini PC, dude, it's all online. You're treating it like a Raspberry Pi, but it can do way more. Now, instead of using this time that he's factually, literally begging for questions, begging for a conversation, doing nothing, is not reading this and like, oh, okay, or whatever. It's, you don't mean this? Oh my god, you fucking idiot, you fucking mouth noodler, you fucking piece of shit. And it's like, dude, you're doing nothing right now. What is so important?
Oh my god, Lavinia.
Like, he's acting as if he's, like, doing a very important segment on his podcast. Like, he's explaining why Jasper, he can't get blood work done anymore. Like, or that he's missing a paw now or some shit, right? And Lavinia's talking about the mini PC or whatever. But no, this is during a Q&A where he just sits around and does absolutely nothing. He's not loading a game. He's not playing a game. He's not trying to get on break. He's not doing shit. And he can't be bothered to just read and then just talk like a person. I would much rather be annoyed. Wild.
Yeah. You're doing it too.
And then this is the response. This is the reaction. You're doing it too. Like fucking, like man. I need to get the LTG clip because I don't like saying it. I don't like saying the LTG meme personally because I don't like joking about it obviously because it's a very serious thing, man. But this dude just gets you so toxic. He radicalizes people into being detractors when he acts like this. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I've seen people being facetious to their chat, but they're not like this. Like, come on.
Did I literally not do a segment explaining that mini PC has no ventilation whatsoever? There's no fan or cooling.
The dude literally said he did research online. But in DSP land, once he addressed it, nothing else matters until the next day or he's done streaming. Because that's the best way to call him out on anything because it's not public. This dude is so uncomfortable. with being called out. Like, man, there was a Chrono Trigger stream, and I'm gonna bring this up because I think it's in the last part, I think. And Emily can back me up on this because he was there. I was confused on something. I can't remember exactly. I just remember it was based on the frog character. That I needed the frog character for this one thing or whatever the fuck. And because I named him Teddy, and that threw me off a little bit because the story is the story and this and that. And I was like, I don't get it, man. What the fuck? And Emily, I could read the facepalm and like annoyance just through the chat message. And after I was proven wrong, and I was like, oh, I'm wrong. Okay, like I might have said like, look, to me, I didn't get it, and it's a little bit confusing because I was able to change the character's name, but it doesn't change it in the story in certain aspects. Whatever. And I don't think, as far as I remember, this was like a month ago at this point, so I guess take this with a grain of salt too. But I don't think we left that being annoyed and pissed off at each other, because it was kind of funny just how dumb I was being about that. And it's just like, it happens. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I say dumb shit. And it's not anything to be embarrassed about. Like, it's embarrassing when it happens. Yeah, I was embarrassed that I was being a fucking idiot during that stream. And if I didn't say sorry, I'm sorry now. But but it just happens. It's the natural way of life. You do something stupid, you get called out, you move on. But DSP cannot accept being a fool. He cannot accept it. He claims he has, but he isn't. The only way he accepts being a fool is when he can monetize it. When he can use it to market who he is. Yeah, I was so stupid back then. Yeah, I guarantee, 5 years from now, guys, remember when I got the mini PC and I said there wasn't a fan? I was so stupid back then, man. But today, I'm more receptive. I hear you out, and more I talk to you guys more, man. And then we're like, wow, Phil, you've changed. Here's $50. And he's like, yeah, man, I changed so much. Even that $50, I grew up, man. I'm a big boy now. And it's like, you want your ass pat for nothing? Because you don't change at all. It's just when you want to get money or use as a way to market yourself. And it's so transparent when you fucking notice it. That's why he always brings up the Minecraft shit all the time. But there's new examples that people find of him not changing because he can't monetize those specific moments. It is so frustrating that this dude just cannot grow up. He just can't. He factually can't. It's not like, oh, he's at main job because he still plays video games, he wears pajamas, he collects toys, or anything like that. It's just how he acts. It's his behavior. And he tells us every day out. And he said during the LTG shit, he is fascinated by LTG's behavior. But I'm sorry, DSP is far more fascinating with his behavior, because at least with LTG is like, he's a ridiculous person in his own way. But he's at least, but people are annoyed with him for different reasons that are just more normal. Like, the thing people give shit about LTG about is normal shit that people have with other people. Like, it's just normal shit. Like, that guy's an asshole. Wow, what an asshole. Wow, this dude, he thinks he's full of shit. Whatever. But DSP is a child. A child that has been functioning a YouTube channel for 15 years and wants to be ASPAT for the most basic fucking shit that people who are his age have already mastered when they first hit the age of 21 back in their day. But DSP is growing up when he's 40, maybe when he's 70 years old and he's in the retirement home and Kat has to visit him in the retirement home to spend time with him. Will he finally understand that maybe he was being an asshole today? Maybe. Probably not, though. He'll probably never learn this lesson because no one will teach him. He will never learn. He will never be challenged in anything. And if someone does challenge him, he gets fucking banned. Or they get made fun of. Or they get bullied into being a submissive baby like every other fucking DSP Dent fan in his chat. I don't know why. I don't know why this segment has had this long ass rant. But this whole thing is insane.
So even though it might play a 3D game, it's not meant to do that because it will overheat. AMD processors are meant to overheat. They're not good.
AMD processors are meant to heat. Like, just that at face value. Look, I'm Apple cucked. So you already know. I say Apple cucked, you know. Hearing AMD chips are meant to overheat is the silliest statement. I don't understand why any company on the face of this planet would design a chip that's designed that way and sell it. Like, how does that make sense? Okay.
Not like Intel processors with a cooling solution. This thing is going to overheat.
Cooling solutions.
Okay, hold on. Let's do it again. Here we go. This one is for Lavinia. Ready? Here we go.
Wait. Phil, don't talk about the mini PC, buddy. You don't know what you're talking about. Uh-oh. I do this for a living. Please stop the cap. Idiot. Phil knows exactly what he's talking about. He's a super genius. Even though he said that a fan told him that his specs are incorrect, he'll believe that. Like that. But if you say that you know what you're talking about, you must be wrong because you're telling me on stream. The other people told me off stream. Idiot. Fucking stupid. Yeah, but you're incorrect. Research it, dude. Wait, Lavinia, you're saying DSP should research it? A fan told him in a comment or email, whatever it was, that they said that it was bad, so that must mean that they're correct. No one who has correct information goes to a live stream into their chat and tell them maybe they're wrong. No one does that. No one at all, ever, period. No one does that. So, moving forward on my streams, if you come to my stream and you try to help me out, I'm going to say you're wrong. You have to comment your tips. Then I'll know you're legit. Now I'll know you're real. But if you try to come to a stream of mine and you try to tell me information that I may be incorrect about, you must be trolling, and you must be full of shit, okay? Idiot. Sound good?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show.
It's better for convenience.
All right. Are we good now? Are we good now? Can we now move on?
Can we now
to the
move
things
on?
I already explained earlier.
Please. Wait, Phil, can I tell you my opinion about the joystick situation as honestly as I can without you being offended? That's why I am asking you first before saying something. JDTV, get ready to get banned. But this is what I've been saying for years. Look how much you have to like walk on eggshells to talk to DSP. You have to be so careful to talk to this guy. You can't just talk to him like a normal person. No, you have to be careful. Like he's a toddler. Or he'll snap at you. It's fucking crazy. And this dude claims he's 40 years old. Like okay.
Will I eventually play Chrono Cross? I have no idea because I don't know anything about Chrono Cross. Expand Dong, here's the thing. It's not that you can't come to my podcast and ask questions.
Wait, Expand Dong, wasn't he banned? I swear Expand Dong was like banned and was never allowed to come back. Oh, but he allowed Socket accounts to come back. Notice that, huh? Pretty funny.
And you weren't here earlier. It's that you literally come to the podcast and your question is like, well, Phil,
Wait a sec.
Cross. Expand Dong, here's the thing. It's not that you can't come to my podcast and ask questions and you weren't here earlier. It's that you literally come to the podcast and your question is like, well, Phil, you're completely wrong on this topic because here's something that...
So, if someone says you're wrong, you automatically assume they come in late. Like, see how fucked up this is, though? Someone says something, he's like, oh, I didn't know you came in late, okay, whatever. And then says, I didn't know you were coming late. No, man, but they're having a know-it-all attitude.
I know, but I've already addressed it earlier in the show, right?
Right?
We
Correct.
already had a segment about the joystick adapter and how it won't work. It adds input lag. You wouldn't want to do that for a competitive game of play, especially when you're playing online where you already have input lag. You don't want any added input lag. We already talked about.
It's not an opinion about the mini PC. It's he it's it's he is ignorant on it entirely and acts like we're stupid. E- Exactly. Exactly. The thing is, as I said before, if DSP did not spend as much time saying, I don't know what this is, what is this, what's this? Like I've never seen this before. What is this? Huh? And he acts like a fucking baby caveman boomer brain. And then when people try to help him, he doesn't know who to believe. And it's to the point where he should just Google stuff on his own like a big boy. He's 40 years old. He got a device in the mail from a person who sent it to him. And he has two pieces of information. One saying it's the crappy specs that can't do shit. One saying it can cool itself and play modern games. And DSV sees these two conflicting things and thinks, I should not research this at all or Google it. Like, here's the thing. Earlier on in this video, I said, hey guys, if I'm wrong about the converter, feel free to comment, like, if there is a converter out there. And I'm sure people can say, well, dude, you asked for help. But it's like, I'm not going to start shooting down people's, like, comments saying, oh, there's this converter or that converter. Because I'm asking for, like, if there is one that exists. If I see one that exists, okay, I'm wrong. There is a converter that exists, and DSP is whatever about it. Even though I think that there is not one that exists for PlayStation 5, because I've looked in the Wingman company and they don't have one as far as I know, and I could be wrong about that. But if someone says that it does exist, one says it doesn't, that's gonna either lead me to either just say this and move on with my life and never or just say it is what it is, or I'll look it up myself and Google it and find one. Now I'll either find something on my own, because as far as I tried looking last year, and maybe that changed this year, I don't know, whatever, I can look into it, whatever, it is what it is. But I am not going to sit there and yell at people for commenting if there's one that exists or not, or whatever. But DSP gets all this help, and it's conflicting, and he doesn't think to himself, maybe I should look into it myself and see what it's capable of. No. Instead, he sits there on stream, I don't know this, I don't know that. Same thing when new games are out. Huh, this game's coming out? I didn't know about that. And he doesn't look into it. He's like, oh, can people... Like, Persona 3 the remake is a perfect example. This is a remake that's coming out next year, and to this day, he still does not know what it is. He doesn't know if it's a simple remaster or a remake. He doesn't know if it changed anything. He doesn't know anything. And all the information is out there. He could find out. You can correct you can control the party members in Persona 3 remake. It adds new social links as far as I'm to understand, or at least it adds stuff. It will not have the answer. It will not have the Persona 3 portable stuff, but it will have other content in there to make up for those shortcomings as well, to make it its own thing. It will have new music. It will have new cinematics. I think mostly in how it's shown, I guess. Just new animated cutscenes or whatever. However you want to describe it. All of this stuff is out there to be found on the internet. Atlas put it out there. They put a gameplay video out there. You can find all this information at the ready. DSP will not look into it, will not Google it, will not do anything. You will need to go to his chat and tell him all this to him. And this is his job. This is his job. Do doctors go to hospitals and be like, I don't know what to do. Can you teach me how to operate? It's like, you went to med school. You had to go to med school to do this. Well, and here we go. This fucker wants to get paid all this money for this job, and he will not do anything for it. He will try to tell you he's doing all this work for his job. Oh, I do a stream every day. I play video games every day. I set up my mini PC. Okay, cool, but it's still a job. You have to do all this stuff, and all this stuff is like the stuff that is basic, like finding out information about games that are coming out, is not that extensively long to find the fuck out. How come people who who do more work than him know more about the stuff that's coming out. It is wild how this dude has no fucking drive to figure anything out, and he brags about how he's an interactive streamer and all this fucking bullshit. This dude is so lazy in weird ways, and it's fucking upsetting that this dude gets all these supporters. It's not that, oh, he gets all, these people give him all this money. It's that this money could be gone to anywhere else. Any other streamer deserves this money more than him. He gets all these opportunities, all these second chances. People who don't even know who he is are too kind on this motherfucker. Like, it's one thing to be like the diaphone guy that's just like that only wanted to use DSP as an example. That's all he wanted to use him for. He didn't give a fuck about him after that. But all these people that want to help him out, oh, I want to help fill out with a $50,000 contract. I don't give a fuck, but the fact that Keemstar is so thirsty to get DSP on that lolcow podcast, he doesn't deserve it. In fact, I'm glad DSP turned it down. He does not deserve that 50K. Even if, like, regardless how you think about Keem or whatever the fuck, let's say that it's the most favorable contract Keem will draw up for DSP. He could leave it whenever he wants. He could get the 50K and leave and walk away, let's say. Whatever the fuck. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve anything. This dude deserves nothing. He deserves to, like, just watch his own content every day. I wish that DSP gets treated by another DSP in his life. Like, if Cat treats DSP the way DSP treats his chat, would make me love Cat more. Because he deserves shit like this to happen to him. He deserves a lot of shit. And the fact that he doesn't get enough of it is fucking questionable. Like, it's insane. And he has June the fucking cuck, who's like, oh, I'm gonna make a documentary about this guy. I think the trolls are a little crazy. June, shut the fuck up. Watch these streams. You think this guy is well adjusted? Okay.
How that mini PC, although it may actually be able to play 3D games, is not meant to do that because it has no cooling solution. Therefore, it overheats. You're playing for an hour any 3D game, the whole thing will be fucking white hot and melt down and shut down. You don't want to do that. So we've already answered those. So why do I have to completely halt everything to answer your questions we already addressed earlier? Right?
Right.
Lavinia says it will not overheat like that. Okay.
It will not overheat like that because you're incorrect, and we're PC gamers, so we know. And this is like, okay. That might be what triggered DSP. Because he loves the narrative that PC gamers are elitist and they sniff their own farts. And you can argue that there are people like that, but there's also console people that are like that. Regardless of where you go, there's always elitists. Always. So it's like, it's to the point where if I see something that's like, oh, you do this one, I was like, okay, bye. But if someone who's a PC gamer, like a co-host on my Big One Game Club Retro, he's pretty much a PC guy. He's like, look, he knows I play on console and all this stuff, and I'm Apple cucked, but I don't feel annoyed when he's like, oh yeah, this game could run better, whatever the fuck. It is what it is. And you can get good information from people in general. Like, Retro has kind of helped me out using my Steam Deck as well. I'm confused on something. Sometimes if I'm looking for, like, a monitor, he might help me out with some stuff here and there. Or whatever. Like, I get help from these kind of people. To sit there and be like, you're a PC gamer? You know so much! Yeah! It's like, why react this way?
Hey, Lavinia, can I ask you a question? I'm going to ask you an honest question because Lavinia knows everything, okay? In a PC, okay, when you have a processor,
gotta fix your head. Okay? Look at this. Look at this. Mr. Everyone's trying to give me the gotcha moment. These fucking piece of shit. Guess what DSP is doing right the fuck now? He's trying to get Lavinia in a gotcha moment. But fuck you for doing it, but he's doing it back to him. So it's only fair, right? Correct?
Typically just tape it to the wall, or do you have it in a cooling solution, such as a very large heat sink?
What?
Okay? Do you typically just tape it to the wall, or do you have it in a cooling solution?
What the fuck is he talking about? Like, yeah, PC, you're not gonna tape it to a wall. But, like, why is that a comparison? Like, because he's trying to prove a point that the mini PC is meant to be taped onto other devices, whatever the fuck. But you also don't need to do that. Like, that's how stupid this fucking shit is. You don't need to do that. This dude's an idiot.
Solution, such as a very large heat sink.
Does he know what a heatsink is?
Cooling gel.
Cooling gel. Like, I love that this dude is saying this, but he's throwing up all these words, and I don't even think he knows the meaning of them. He just knows that they exist.
Okay, right? Usually has those things, correct? I'm correct. Am I correct in assuming that processors and PCs usually have cooling solutions on them to start, correct?
Correct.
We can all say that.
Correct? Fucking, like, shove your head into a fucking toilet.
It's a yes, right? I'm waiting for her to say yes, that's correct.
See? See? The gotcha moment. The gotcha moment's forming. Because the moment she says, that's correct. See? Aha! Got him!
Because I want to be sure that everything that I'm saying is correct. Processors have cooling solutions. That's correct, right?
Please, stop, dude. This is embarrassing. Something on an IT level, so far... Sorry, like, it's kind of blurry. Oh, okay. Embarrassing? Okay, I'll just read on the side. On an IT level... Please stop, dude. This is embarrassing on an IT level. So far beyond, this will be clipped and laughed at into oblivion.
Okay?
Okay. The answer is, mini PCs do not overheat like that. Do any amount of research. Like, Lavinia is just specifically talking about mini PCs, saying it won't do this, and he's like, say, you know the PCs do this, right? Okay? The PCs do this, right? The PCs do this. The PCs do this, okay?
Lavinia, you didn't answer my question. You gotta answer my question.
See? He's baiting a gotcha moment. If I was Lavinia at this point, I would just literally say, hey, can you stop talking to me like a child and just get to the point?
Do processors have cooling solutions like nice heat sinks and cooling gel and all of that? Do they have it? Yes or no? Okay?
Yes or no? Okay?
Is it a yes or no answer? All right?
Hey.
Well, she's not answering. The answer is yes.
Not in mini PCs because they aren't necessary. Lavinia, you get yet?
Okay? Now, do modern PCs have a series of fans inside of them to also cool off? Because when you run that PC at high end, like a game, it gets hot. Does it have a cooling solution? Right? The answer is yes. All modern PCs that you're going to run any kind of a game on have these things because things get hot when you do things with them.
Things get hot.
It's that simple. That PC over there is not meant to be a high-end gaming PC. It's not designed.
Modern and mini PCs do not need cooling solutions. Do any research.
That way.
I mean, you could also think of it like this, correct? It's a small device that is designed to be that way. So you can assume it has adequate cooling solution because it's designed to be small. It doesn't need a series of fans because it's designed this way. But this dude is dumb. He's acting as if like all they did was just take a high-end like chip or whatever the fuck, put in a small thing and called it a day. But it's like they obviously had to manufacture it to make sure it's doing stuff adequately so it doesn't fucking explode or whatever the fuck. But he doesn't think that at all.
If it were, it wouldn't be tiny. They wouldn't have made it small. You understand? If you want a gaming PC, you don't get a mini PC. That's the whole point. Okay? That's right. It does not have a dedicated graphics card. It has what's called onboard graphics, and onboard graphics are not good. Onboard graphics essentially are the bare minimum to run anything. So, could I play Elden Ring on it? I bet I could get it to boot Elden Ring. All right? Probably with, like, no lighting.
This is this is the S series Trig key has a cooling fan in it.
Probably with like low graphical settings. Probably running at like 25 frames per second.
A dude commented on my video the other night and said that it didn't. So they must be right, and you're trying to troll because it's on a stream.
You know, I could probably get it to boot it, and it would probably be delayed, by the way. It'd probably lag up, have frame drops, be pretty much unplayable. But I could play Elden Ring on it. Oh, by the way, after 2 hours, the PC will be steaming fucking hot. Like, you can't even go near it. You probably put your hand in like, ah! Anyway.
Yeah, okay, sure, dude.
It's just crazy, you know.
It's crazy.
Whatever.
But why does... And also, in reality, why does it matter if it gets too hot? Because you can still play... If it still plays, still works, why does it matter? Okay.
I don't even know what the point is, too. Like, what is the point?
What is the point?
Arguing with me.
Look at this now. He says this and he knows he might be wrong, and then he says, what's the point? Questions the point of everything. What's the point? Okay, let's move on, man.
On this. Who is asking me to use that mini PC to play high-end PC games? Right? We already talked.
This is stupid. This is so stupid because, you know, since it's a PC, people can say, hey, Phil, can you play the System Shock remake? You're like, oh no, the mini PC is not for that's only for Chrono Trigger, idiot, and retro style games. But if you ask him for a System Shock, it can't work because it's too new and it's not pixels. Oh man, this dude acts as if he got a fucking Mac computer. Like an Apple fan would probably be less annoying to talk to about in this kind of situation because they'll probably just say, like, look, man, I have an Apple computer, man. I like having Apple. Okay.
About this, right? That we were going to basically look into possibly upgrading or buying a new PC.
Now look at this. Now he has this mini PC, and it's doubly funny because he uploaded a video showing him testing it out and all this stuff that can run whatever. He's still gonna try to bait someone to give him a new PC, which is super duper funny because he openly said the new PC he wants would not be used to play PC games. Like, I want to hear this again. Actually, let's hear it.
That we were going to basically look into possibly upgrading or buying a new PC. We even got all the specs last year. We talked about it. It just didn't work out. Like, I totally wanted to do that. And it didn't happen because there was so much other shit going wrong.
That is a load of bullshit. That's a load of bullshit. One, he didn't go through with it because he told us, oh, this would have to be something that we would have to like crowdfund and fundraise and blah, 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 blah. And he also said that someone was willing to do it. So he was kind of window shopping for the guy. And then the guy said he didn't want to do it. Figure that one out. Whatever. Secondly, there's nothing that happened that went wrong. It was literally, because a guy just said, I can donate it. That is it. That was the short end of it. Thirdly, he never insinuated that this PC was gonna play PC games. It was specifically solely to just run a stream and a capture at the same time, not to game. That is what he said. Word for fucking word. He never said he wanted that to play PC games. So this is another lie he's rolling up in there to hope to fool another idiot into be like, oh, I want to help you with a PC, Phil, and then they're gonna do it, and then he's gonna be like, not use the PC game. Guarantee it. And it's gonna fuck up anyway. Everything that people donate to him gets fucking like nerfed. Someone donated the bubble guns; those got nerfed within a month. He got donated the platinum vest, nerfed, gone. He got donated a Pro controller for the Switch, or like a Hori controller for the Switch, Doesn't even use it anymore. Doesn't even acknowledge it exists anymore. Not the one he did a review for. The one that Greasy Dream sent him. I remember this specifically because Greasy Dream gave him a lot of money over the time when he was on Twitch. He gave him this controller that DSP loved. He said, "Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good, man." And then when he went back to playing the Switch, that controller was just gone immediately.
Financially and everything, you know, everything, every little thing keeps happening. Every time I think I have a little bit of money saved up, oh, here we go. This breaks. This goes wrong. This is like, fuck. But that's life, you know? That's life. And you deal with it. So, I made do this year. Upgraded my capture device.
Dude. This is going to spoil a little bit of the fight stick video I want to do. Because that one I'm debating if I want to have it be a talking, like, into the camera kind of thing or whatever. But that was according to his words, $400 to $500 venture to get the fight stick, the games, all this stuff, the buttons, all this stuff that he wanted. Now, how come he could not take that money and just save it into a PC? How come he was able to get that money and spend it immediately like that, but he couldn't save that money? Because it's not like that money went to bills. Like, you see how annoying this is? He says, "I can't save money, man. It's impossible to save money." But he somehow was able to throw $400 to $500 into this fighting game venture. And I said this on Twitter, and I'll say it in this video. This dude does not deserve to get good support for his streams ever again. Never, ever. Like, I would even argue he doesn't deserve slow streams. He deserves slower streams. Like, $1 streams. Because this dude has not convinced me that he can save money or anything at all. And his fans can say to the cows come home, "I don't care how he spends the money. I just want to support him." That's all fine and dandy. But at some point, you're going to have to sit there and question, how come this dude cannot spend the money on these things that matter, but he can spend it on stuff that he literally doesn't need? Like, he could explain why he needs to spend the money on a car tire. Okay, Kat needs to get to work. She needs a car. She needs a car more than him. Fine. Okay. Why he could tell me why he needs to spend money on a new pixel art in the background, spend money on a ring light, the Pac-Man light, whatever. That stuff, fine. I'll sure. New games, sure. But he literally, factually, does not need to buy a PlayStation fight stick when he has one that works. The Hori fight stick he has, the Rap 4 he had for the PS4, can work on every PS5 version of the game because it's a licensed controller. Any licensed controller can work on a PS5 version of a game. And I have the same controller, the same fight stick, and the only issue I have with that stick is literally I keep getting accidental jumps because I just kind of, panic when I use it sometimes. And that's a user end error, which is why I like using the hitbox, because it reduces accidental jumps. And it feels far more accurate when I want to put an input. The only thing I get tripped on is just the timing on button releases. That's it. That's it. But that fight stick works fine. It works fine. And he keeps claiming, "I can't do this, I can't mod it." You can mod it. It's a little bit harder than the fucking new one, but you can mod it. It's not, and it's only slightly hard on it because you have to unscrew stuff. Meanwhile, I think the newer ones, you could just open the lid and that's it. And it's boomer friendly. But he could do it. He's 40 years old. He can handle screws. He has a screw job. Come on.
Upgraded my lighting, split the processing load between the GPU and the CPU for encoding for the on-demand videos. But
by the way, that I think he had to be helped on. He didn't do that on his own. All the stuff he's saying, he didn't do on his own by himself. He didn't figure out on his own. He had chat to help him out. But he's pretending as if he figured this out. No, you fucking didn't. He got chat's help to do all this, and he's mocking chat for helping him out on this too. You see how stupid this is? Why you should never help this fucking guy? He doesn't. You get nothing out of it. Like, you get nothing. Nothing. You get chat on if you don't help him the way he wants you to help him.
Also the streams. So now everything's improved this year, right? Even though I'm still using the same equipment, I'm optimizing the use of the equipment I have, and things are better. So I didn't have to go out and buy an expensive PC. I'm good, right? You know, it's piece by piece. I received a $2 tip. That CPU is what is considered a low-powered chip. It does not create as much heat as a normal CPU. They can be passively cooled. It shouldn't overheat, but I don't know the kind of passive cooling it uses, so take this with a grain of salt. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So why are you arguing about Lavinia that they're wrong? If you don't fucking know, you fucking idiot. I don't know. Lavinia, you're fucking wrong, okay? It doesn't happen, okay? Okay? I don't know, man. Go fucking shove your head in a fucking toilet and have Jasper, I don't know, like fucking kill you. I don't know.
You saw how small that thing is. It's really small. And I remember I said it looked like it had speakers on the side. And then I realized those aren't speakers. That's just the ventilation is just holes in the side. That looks like what you would normally have on a speaker. On a freaking boombox or something.
So he argues it doesn't have any cooling. That was his argument, by the way, that it overheats and it can't do shit. He starts listing all these things that offer ways to cool, and then says, I don't know, and then argues that it doesn't have a way to cool. DSP, please just tell Jasper to finish the job at this point. God damn, man.
Right? I was like, oh, that's what that is? The Trinky S5 mini PC. That's what it's called? See? And I said it looks like a speaker, but you know what that is? That's got to be the cooling. That's got to be how it
actually... And you can kind of see the fan, I think. I think it does have a fan because you see the little blade there. Now, the thing is, the reason why he doesn't think it has a fan is because it's too small. And I'm like, dude, you could make small fans. Like, does he think that fans only come in one size? Like, they come in many sizes. Like, why wouldn't they be able to make a smaller fan?
Actually cools itself just by having openings on the sides like that. See? So there's no fan in there. There's no way there's a fan.
The S5 gives off 0 heat. Okay. And has a cooling fan built in, so all the overheating talk is crazy. And remember, DSP said, I don't know. The dude who says, I don't know, is telling you he knows it doesn't have a fan, but then it has cooling, it has passive cooling. This dude is a fucking idiot. Like, goddamn, man. Like, even without the second part, like, this is infuriating. And it just gets worse. And it's insane. This dude needs to get help. Like, literal help. And he can't keep telling other people that they need help when he acts like this.
And in this thing.
And so could argue, well, Lavinia's a disingenuous fan, or that it's concerned trolling, or whatever. And fine, like, sure, let's say, even if you go down that road, and it's gonna get, I'm probably gonna bring it up again in the second half, and let's say that that's the case, that this person is not being genuine with trying to help Phil, and they're trying to be a troll, or whatever the fuck. Sure, but even then, like, again, it's what I said about War Dog Leader. What benefit is there to actively, openly call out the person as a troll when it could just backfire? Like, wouldn't it be better? Because what's the troll gonna say? What is Lavinia gonna say? Let's assume Lavinia's a troll again, and let's say DC's like, oh, it does? Okay. Well, I didn't know that. You know, I'll look into it to make sure, but that's cool. You know, whatever. What's Lavinia gonna do after that? Guys, I got Phil to say that I was right. I win. He's an idiot. The trolls would just be like, what's the end game with that? So in reality, when you get these kind of trolls, it doesn't really benefit to try to outsmart them or anything, because it makes no sense, and it just makes you look stupid. So if anything, acting this way is more the desired effect. And then Lavinia getting banned is just the cherry on top. And and the way that DSP handles the way that he should handle this, he does it with people you shouldn't do that with. Like someone who just gets you to rant every day about detractors and stuff like that, like what Snow Carl does and all this stuff. Those are the people that should just be banned outright. But people who are like this, who are just, even again, if they're trolling, like, not giving him that kind of leniency, it just leads to this, and it makes you look like an idiot. So there's more to lose acting this way to that kind of person versus, oh, Sokar's a fucking idiot, banned, and never think about him again. That kind of shit. Like, it's just different that kind of way. Like, I don't quite get the benefit of this.
Maybe there is. You think there's a fan in there? I don't think so. Really? People are saying it does have a fan? It does have an internal fan.
Redonkulous.
Jeez, it'll be interesting to mess around with.
And look how he acts! Oh, it has a fan, it has a fan. It does have a gas, wow. I have to mess around with it. He ranted, raged, bullshitted for 9 minutes in this video to end on, I don't know. Oh, it does? I have to look into it. DSP, shut up.
So yeah, this is AMD Radeon graphics, but I don't know what, like, I don't know what the graphics are. It doesn't, you know, I won't know till I boot it up. We'll find out tomorrow. Like I said, I'll record all
Radeon
this
graphics,
stuff
what are the graphics?
Anyway.
Alright. Because I don't think Meerkat gets the whole thing. He gets like the gist of it, which is fine, but I want to get the whole thing. Or maybe not? Whatever, I'm just gonna play this, fuck it.
It's Hate Army, bro.
Hate Army,
that guy.
Hate Army General. Good vibes to the Hate Army.
Shout out to Hate.
Shout out for hate.
Shout out to Hate.
Shout out for hate.
Lavinia has been spamming the stream chat, I shit you not, for an hour.
Wait. Okay, let's see where Meerkat picks up.
Okay. Say like projects, but it's not a gaming PC. It's not meant to be a thing to play video, you know, 3D modern games on or anything. It's basically one of those PCs that it's gonna overheat, so you're not gonna go too crazy with it if you know. But as a little, you know, standalone project thing, it's nice. Then after talking about this on the podcast yesterday, I get a bunch of messages overnight. People
overnight. You got messages during the stream. He got messages during the stream, and he's telling us he got it overnight. Okay.
People saying, you've got it completely wrong. You have no idea. This actually is a gaming PC. And I'm like, huh? And they're like, yeah, so that people have now done research on the actual...
Now they've done research.
This thing, because now they know the name of it and everything. And come to find out, it can play modern 3D games. Not well. Like, you could play them around mid to low settings. And yeah, you're not going to be pushing full 60 frames per second. But you can play decently, you know, certain games. Like Spider 12 literally just said it can play games like Witcher 3, but you have to play it on low settings. You see? So it can play some modern games. I don't know if I would want to play Witcher 3 on low settings when I could just fucking play it on my PS5. You see what I mean? Like, why would I do that?
Isn't that what Lavinia said? What Lavinia was trying to tell you the other day?
It's kind of silly.
You see what I mean? You see, he specifically wants you to just comment overnight. Any advice that corrects his misinformation, which is really, really funny coming from the guy. Because this dude gets so mad, so angry when you say something incorrect and you're wrong, and then like, oh, and you try to correct it the next day, he'll be like, ah, see, he was wrong, and then he made another video the next day to correct himself. What an idiot! You gotta get the information correct. He was spreading misinformation, and he doesn't apologize for it at all. And then he did a video the second day explaining, and he mocks him for that too. That kind of shit, like. It is so insane that he wants you to just correct him behind the scenes because it's not public. It's not easily tracked because he knows no one watches his fucking dumbass videos. So who's gonna fucking subject themselves to his comment section? So instead of having you go through the stream chat to correct him, you have to go behind the scenes with it. That way he's not look like a fool on live stream. And it's so stupid to fucking act this way.
Really. I can just play it on a console, it's gonna look a lot better, right?
Zip, zip, zip.
So,
You want to address how you treated me like a dunce and replayed your intro for me because I said exactly this to you? Now, you see, Lavinia was being negative because look how he said, okay, funny, interesting. What I address? Look, I was wrong, okay, and you, like, this is so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Whatever. It's funny. It's even funnier when this dude brags how he changed and all this stuff, uses that to like market himself when like Lavinia pretty much gave him the most easy softballs to hit out of the park to like show how cool you are. To sit there like, oh Lavinia, you know what? Yesterday, I was a little angry. I'm a fallible human. I'm only human here, Lavinia, and I yelled at you. I'm sorry. You were trying to help, and I should know better, and this and that. And he could use that example to brag how cool he is. Oh, I listened to you, Lavinia, and I apologize. Look at me actively apologizing. Don't you guys love me? Look how cool I am. That if this was me back then, I would be like, look at the Minecraft incident, man. Like this could have been another marketable opportunity for him. Another one. But no. Instead, he decides to do this, and it's the DSP way.
almost on par with Steam Deck from what people are telling me. It's like almost the equivalent of a Steam Deck. You're almost there, all right? Supposedly, this does have a fan in it, which blows me away.
Wait, it has a fan?
I'm shook.
I can't believe this.
Ask me how the fan fits in that goddamn thing.
How does the fan fit in the goddamn thing? Because apparently, in current year, we have not figured out how to make smaller fans.
But supposedly there's a fan in it. Okay? I guess we'll see again. I haven't hooked it up yet. That's what I'm doing tonight.
Man, what a
all right?
dweebazoid.
So apparently it does have some kind of a cooling solution. Okay? So I guess we'll see when I hook it up tonight how it works. But here's my goal.
We're using our chat for 30 minutes. Of course.
All right. Lavinia has been spamming the stream chat.
Why doesn't Derek get this reaction? Oh, because he loves Derek. He loves Derek, okay? Don't make fun of fucking Derek, you piece of shit.
Shit you not, for an hour. Okay? Moderators have warned her to not do it, and she kept...
So... man, I'm trying to think of like an insulting name for this mod. Whatever. Swaggy? I don't fucking know. Whatever, fuck it. Bitch boy, there we go, bitch boy. Bitch boy, he says, "You're spamming chat. Wait till Q&A, okay? Or you'll be banned." And then he proceeds to fucking drink his own cum or whatever the fuck. But, how come bitch boy gives Lavinia that warning, but doesn't give Derek that warning? Well, maybe bitch boy relates to Derek a little too much. You know, maybe he's like, I don't want to give Derek that kind of thing because he's like me. What if bitch boy swag is just like Derek? What if?
I'm doing it anyway.
I mean, how do you think about it? It adds up in terms of attention. Because Swaggy tried to get attention so much when DSP yelled at him during Resident Evil 2. And it is so funny to me that dude made such a big deal out of it, left DSP over it, started talking to trolls. When he wasn't getting the attention he liked, that he wanted, he went back to DSP and then became a bitch for DSP. And then is like enabling this dude to continue the abuse to other people. Like, bitch, you deserve the abuse at this point, Swag. You deserve Phil. You deserve him.
So now it's time to address the very important comment from Lavinia. You ready for this? You want to address how you treated me like a dunce and replayed out your intro for me because I said exactly this to you about your mini PC.
You could tell he was hoping. He was hoping so hard that that post was gonna have errors, a typo. He really wanted it because he was trying to get into the Grug voice. Because I guarantee he wanted to be like, "You BC mad because what I tell you? What are you talking about, man?"
Well, we already addressed this, but I guess we'll do it again. So hold on a second, everyone.
And doubles down on the toxicity. But the thing is, the thing is, he addressed it, but he did not apologize about it at all. So he is sitting there expecting Lavinia to infer an apology from a non-apology. Now, think about this, right? Correct? What if he bans someone and then they don't apologize? You have to apologize if you're banned. But so let's say that, okay, so I want everyone who gets banned, who sends an apology email, just give DSP the apology he gave to Lavinia just now. Just sit there and be like, how would you word it? I was told this about you yesterday, and I know that you don't play WWE Champions, let's say, and you actually play video games all the time, and you're on stream all the time, and you have a lovely cat. And that's the apology, or some shit like that. Figure it out. I'm not gonna type the email for you, but something like that. And tell me if you get unbanned. I guarantee you won't, because you didn't say I'm sorry. You didn't feed into his fetish. Poop, money, food, apology. The four fetish territory he has, the four kinks. Does he like? Oh my god, I don't even want to think about it. Maybe 5, because I almost forgot the dirty diaper thing he also has. That's a very hidden kink deep down into the pigdom. Because if you watch him play Ultra Street Fighter 2 and all this stuff, you'll hear dirty diaper Honda. So once you hear that, you kind of suspect some shit, man.
Let's have another special restarting of the podcast this morning, 2 days in a row for Lavinia, since she wants me to go back and readdress it. So here we go. All right, we're not going to do that because that's wasting everyone's time. But the point I just made is that today I have more information about the mini PC than I did yesterday. As you know, day over day, things change. That's called life. That's called...
PSP, this fucking... It's life, man. Things are out black and white. People change. It's like, yeah, no shit, you get new information every day. But people were telling you actively yesterday, Saturday, of the point of this recording, Saturday, that you were wrong. You were wrong. and you never apologize then. Then you say, "Oh, I learned new information," but you got this information yesterday during the stream, and you don't want to apologize to the person. Look, all he had to say was, "Lavinia, I was annoyed that you were giving me information during the stream, and I already addressed what I wanted to address about it, and you kept bringing it up, and I wanted to move on. I'm sorry," or whatever. But no, instead he has to double down on this and then tell Lavinia to pretty much infer an apology from something that never said, "I'm sorry, I was wrong," period.
Gaining information and experience.
I mean, to a point, he would have had a stronger argument if he said, why would I apologize? No one's gonna believe the apology is genuine anyway, even though, honestly, if Lavinia accepted the apology, that's between him and DSP, though. But it's so stupid how this guy thinks, though.
It's based on time and investment, and then you.
But there's no guidebook. That's it. I figured it out, guys. He couldn't apologize to Lavinia because he wasn't taught that. He has to be taught how to apologize. They must have skipped that lesson in nun school. They must have skipped over that. It is, oh my god, that's even funnier. He's a Catholic. He went to a nun school or whatever the fuck, and he doesn't get apologies. He doesn't get it. Oh, he says, yeah, double down on how you haven't changed and can't be a man and apologize when you're rude. Oh man, you know how he feels about when people question his manlyhood. This dude is so insecure. It's kind of funny.
You gain wisdom based on things you learn. From what I'm to understand, this PC is better than initially what I was told. Initially, I was told it wasn't so good. And then more people did research when I actually gave you the specs on it yesterday, or the full name of it yesterday.
The dude Larry was just asking for an apology, by the way.
No, actually, it's better than you thought. It's just under maybe the power of a Steam Deck, which is good. So I'm glad that it's better than I thought. All right.
You literally said yesterday you literally said that yesterday that AMD processors, I thought that was AMD processors don't have a cooling like Intel processors do. When that's not true, take your own advice about not talking about stuff you don't know about. Like, at the very least, like, if he did this whole rant, and if that means in the future he doesn't have this know-it-all attitude, sure, that's great. But No, because he'll still have this attitude, and he'll act as if he knows everything anyway. Because this dude is a child. I've said this in this video, and it might lead to another rant, but this dude is a fucking child. When a child knows things that they're right, they will be hard to prove that they're wrong.
listen to this. RG Beef says, you literally said yesterday AMD processors don't have cooling like Intel processors do. That's not true. That was 100% based on facts told.
Notice how he only read the top half, he didn't continue reading the rest? Where he literally says, you just stop talking about stuff you don't know about if that's the case. And I said this in the same video. When you go into an argument and you talk to someone and they say, I don't know, then what was the fucking point of the entire rant? Why were you ranting at all these people then? If you said you don't know. I don't know. How dare you question me? You think this is how a PC works? Do you have a PC mounted on the wall or not? Oh, do you think this? Do you think that? Oh, it does have it? I don't know. Fucking listen to yourself. Like, this dude talks out of his ass, does not think what he says about at all, spends zero thought, and it's so maddening when this dude says that the reason why he has filler words is to buffer and to think about what he wants to talk about, and it still doesn't come off this way. This dude is so bullshit. Imagine if we made DSP's brain a computer. Imagine how slow it would be. It will either be super duper slow, where it just takes forever to do anything, any basic thought, or it will just go super fast that it starts to malfunction very quickly.
Information told me by viewers.
And then he blames the viewers for his own ignorance. This dude literally got mad at all these other streamers, all these other people who know stuff about DSP by listening to other people. This is the shit he yelled about Craig about.
Okay, so sorry, Craig. He listened to the fucking trolls
About
me, man, and he did no research, and he listened to the trolls, man.
DSP, you listened to fans and did zero research on this thing you own, and look where we're at. This dude wants everyone to have this insane courtesy to him, but he will not give it to anyone else. He wants Aaron to just be like, he didn't know. He listened to a fan, man. He listened to a fan. Like, that can get you so far until people start to realize you're an ignorant fucker who doesn't know shit from anything. Like, goddamn. Goddamn.
Okay? That was told to me by viewers. And you have the right to dispute that and say that's not true.
You have the right to dispute it. People disputed it and you yelled at him, you dumbass. You literally ranted at these people for correcting you or disputing you. See, that's know-it-all attitude.
What I said was, if you have an AMD processor and an Intel processor and it's in a mini PC and there's no cooling, the AMD runs hotter. That's what I was told. But apparently this mini PC does have a fan, in which case I guess that's great then, right? It has a fan, so that means it's going to cool it down. It's not going to matter, right?
I mean, he could even make the argument. It's hard to discern people who are right and wrong when I have people telling me two different things or anything like that. But no, he doubles down on this and says, I'm an ignorant baby. Please be patient. Like, dude, you're 40 years old. You're 40 years old. You have an iPhone right on your fucking chair. Like, I said this in my streams, man. My iPhone's now my camera. I'm using my iPhone as a face cam for these videos. So I literally cannot use my iPhone to look at anything. I can use my computer and like do all this other stuff, but when I'm running OBS, my computer is kind of a pain to deal with that. So I don't like doing it that way. All this stuff. But even then, if I'm wrong on a stream and someone corrects me, it's like, okay, it is what it is, then I look into it later on. Or I talk further in my Discord about it. Like, there's all these human ways to just get information. And he acts as if, like, we live in the 1920s where the only information you can get is from, like, the newspaper. Like, dude, you have technology. You have people. You can access the internet by the touch of your fucking fingers. And he doesn't do anything. So that when people prove him wrong, and he gets proved wrong, he acts like this because he doesn't know anything. This dude's courtesy and manners is garbage.
Oh, excuse me.
And then he burps into the mic. Thank you.
Yes, that is correct. A lot of the things that I say are hearsay based on what people tell me. You're right, because I'm one person and you are many. I don't have infinite time.
I'm one person. I don't have infinite time. You don't have infinite time to use Google.com, but it's infinite time to look up the Quanba fucking fight stick. You have enough time to buy it. You have enough time to do all this other shit, all this other bullshit, but no time to do this. He has time to watch all these meaningful, stupid tech videos. Like, dude, this dude watches fucking fighting game coverage on his stupid phone. But he has no infinite time to just Google anything or do anything. I don't know why this is getting me worked up, and like because it's just, I guess what it is. You know, when I was a kid growing up and I spent time with my parents, spent time with my aunt, all this stuff, and I kept saying, I don't know. I kept being made fun of. My mom was always like, I don't want to hear it. Oh, I don't know. There you go. You said that again. Like she pretty much shamed the I don't know out of me at this point. I might say I don't know here and there, whatever the fuck. But I at least try to not say that, and I at least try to be open to learning new things. DSP is so fucking childish that he needs to be bullied when he says I don't know. He needs to be bullied about it. Because like you're never gonna learn and you're never gonna grow when you're just willing to say I don't know and wave your hands at it. Because this dude is a child. He thinks saying I don't know like it's all this stuff. He says, oh, if I address it on the stream and I say LTG is a duty head, then we can move on and we don't have to talk about LTG ever again. When that's not how anything works. But he thinks all the stuff he says is the magic bullet to end to be the end all be all of anything. But it's not, because he got this thing and he's gonna continue to use it and he's wrong about it, so people give him all this advice and he doesn't know what to listen to. So instead of doing any basic research to know or not know, he'd rather just sit there and be like, I don't know, oh, these people are trying to correct me and this and that, and has all this energy to do this. Who's calling? Dude's my neighbor, man. Oh, it's spam. Okay, hold on, maybe we have an interactive time with this guy. Hold on. Okay, this was. I don't want to fuck with this. It was talking about invest funds and all this shit. Oh my god. And I don't want to bother with it. You know, I was hoping, like, my favorite robocall, my favorite, like, fucking spam callers I love fucking with is tech support. That is my favorite. But I don't get those anymore. It's bullshit. I get, healthcare, investments. Like, these are boomer shit I don't give a fuck about. You know, just fucking talk about fucking, tech support. I want to talk about computers, okay? So, sadly, we don't get meaningful spam time. Sorry.
Time to sit here and research every single possible thing that I say about everything. I don't.
You have this device that you want to stream Chrono Trigger on that's a mini PC. You're telling me you had no interest or desire to research what it can possibly do. And it says everything. This extreme thing, I can't research everything when it's so obvious. People are just asking to research the damn fucking mini PC he fucking got. You fucking idiot. You couldn't figure this out. You had no desire to research this thing that was sent to you that might open a new way to stream stuff. Like, when I got the Steam Deck, I did research to find, because at the time, Steam did not make the dock yet. The dock was not coming out yet. So I was like, okay, well, you know, maybe I could find a dock that's useful. I did so much research to find an affordable dock, because I didn't want to spend like $100 on a dock that wasn't gonna work. So I looked into it. I found this one company that was pretty good. I think it was JBL, I think. It's a decent dock for the price. It actually holds the Steam Deck in place. This other one, it was kind of a scam. It was cheap, so it wasn't super bad, but it was still a waste of time, because it was this little like extender thing, and then it barely really worked. The JBL worked a little bit better, to the point where it's like, okay, this is at least serviceable. And I did that on my own. And it didn't take me long, because it's very easy to just do this kind of research. There's all these websites that are tech websites and all this stuff. Easy to research. Easy. And then, you know, I tried it out and said, whatever. The Steam Deck dock comes out, and that's what I ended up buying, and it's a way better dock, and I highly recommend that. They sell that now at the ready. It's a great dock. Very, 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 very good. Very good. Very good dock. It also gets firmware updates, so it's a very good investment if you have a Steam Deck and you want to use it on your TV, whatever. But that didn't take me long. How come I'm able to do this fucking research, but DSP cannot do that for his mini PC? If I had a mini PC, I would probably research a little bit of what it can and can't do, and see if it's see what's there. But he can't do that. That's asking way too much, man.
I base it on things that I hear from you guys, things I read on social media.
And use the social media. I've never heard any fucking person use Twitter, Facebook as a search engine to replace Google. I've never heard anyone do that. Like, usually I can understand, like, oh, I want to find news, and you might find some people who you might agree with, whatever the fuck, post articles that might be whatever, whatever, like a springboard, whatever. But when you're wanting to do, like, genuine research on something, always go to Google about a subject. You have a mini PC, you already have half the work done for you.
Or in news stories and stuff. Am I at Evo to know that the USB ports are melting? Should I have gone there, flown out there to confirm the reports, or could I just talk about it on my podcast today?
But then how come when other people, like, talk about stuff, they can't talk about stuff, but they have to do all this research, they have to be fucking experts on every subject to do this, but DSP can do the minimal research asked to report on anything. And half the news stories he gets are wrong. They're factually wrong. He's, like, again, the Persona 3 remake, he's 100% wrong about it. And he's sitting there like, well, do I need to do this? Yes! I'm sorry, DSP, at this point, you need to do mega research. Because I can't trust a shit. Oh my god, I can't talk. I'm getting so worked up about this. I can't trust your word on anything. He's wrong about so much. And he's like, well, do I need to do this? Yeah, idiot. Like, you don't get that courtesy anymore when you're factually wrong about other things.
Do you see? But you want to nitpick because you want to basically make me look like a villain or like an idiot, and I'm not. So enough of your bullshit. How about that? How about you hold me to the same human standards as every single other...
What the fuck is he even talking about? So we have to so look at what he's asking. Again, he's asking you to be like, oh, you're just a little baby. Oh, little baby just learned how to use the internet for the first time. But you were told information about this, one saying one thing, another saying another thing. At that point, you as an invested party member in the fucking conversation should take it upon yourself saying what's what, and then say, oh, I was wrong, I'm sorry. That's the human standard. Not, oh, he didn't know. Okay. When the thing that Lavinia was pointing out was that he flipped out at him or her, whatever the fuck. I mean, I don't know how people know it's a her. I mean, a name's a name. I mean, I could fucking have a username Milia Rage. Does that mean I'm a girl? But I don't know why I was like, oh, how do you know? But even regardless of gender, this person was saying you insulted me and made an example of me and mocked me for asking these questions and bringing up this other stuff, and he did. If you look back at it, he's like, so Lavinia, okay, Lavinia, listen. Do you put the PC on a wall or do you have it in a heatsink? Okay? Do you do that? Okay, I'm gonna wait for you to say something. Hey, Lavinia, look, answer my question first, okay? Answer my question, Lavinia. Okay? You mocked this person on your stream. The person is asking, can you apologize for like doing this? And he already made up his mind to saying no, so he wants to kind of like have this big meltdown on this person for like really no reason. Again, he's opting to have a meltdown than just saying I'm sorry. Like, he would rather do this than just say sorry and move on. And again, it's not like that Lavinia came into the chat saying, well, Jasper is a fucking rat. And then got this rant triggered. It was just, hey, it's a fan. Oh, you said this is okay, can you say you're sorry? And then he gets this instead. Like, it's far more pathetic that this is what DSP decided to do with this situation.
the person who streams and stop acting like I'm supposed to be an infallible human who knows everything. I don't. I base it off of input I get every day. In fact, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So people, when I first got this 2 days ago, people were sending me information. Hey, here's what I think. Here's what, you know, and I base what I talk about on my podcast based on what people are telling me. So then yesterday, some people are like, we don't think that information is correct. Can you give us the stats? So I did. I told you the actual stats on the box. Okay. People researched it overnight and now came at me overnight and actually left me comments. Or like, no, actually, you don't even understand. That's actually way better than you think it is. You can play some 3D games.
Dude. He got information Friday night saying it sucks and stupid and dumb and it's only for pixel games. He then went with it, then was told something else overnight again and said, oh, that's what it is. But he doesn't have even the thought that how come those people were right, but when people tell you this on stream, they're wrong just off the bat. Like, he can't handle anything. He can't handle the possibility that he's wrong the day of the incident. So instead, because it's easier for him to say, well, it's different, man. I grew up and I realized this. But he's not, but he wants you, the viewer, to accept being shat on and being mocked because he was just wrong. And him saying, oh, it does have a fan. And you're supposed to see that as a adequate apology. Like, this dude is insane. And I know I was yelling and ranting in this video, but it's just wild to see a 40-year-old act this way and see this just continue. This has been a trait of his that has persisted, and it's an abusive trait. And this is what an abuser does to their victim, and it just keeps the cycle of abuse. And there's nothing meaningful that the chat can do to get him to learn, because it's not realistic to assume that he's gonna get $1 a stream for the rest of his life until he realizes the error of his ways. That's not gonna happen. There's a lot of people in the chat that are just LARPers at this point, so they don't give a fuck. The genuine fans don't give a fuck because it's not happening to them, and that's where it is. That's why you get all these people are like who say, "Oh, I just realized, oh, he was an asshole," because it never happened to them. And it's insane. It is wild that DSP acts this way blatantly on his streams, and people like Derek, Jade, anyone else sees this and still comes by. And at this point, it's because they get what they want out of him. You have Jinx, OIC, you have Slayer, all these people that give DSP money because it's not that they like DSP or that they generally care for his content or anything. It's that they just want him to do stuff that they want him to do. He's just another object to them to throw money at. When they can throw their money at people who are more deserving of their money, anyone else is far more worth their time. I've said about titty streamers. They at least give people what they pay for. They want to see them jump up and down in a hot tub. They jump up and down in a hot tub. They get what they pay for. You know, it's like you go to a prostitute. You want to have sex. You pay them for sex. You get sex. Like, you get something far more that is straightforward and you don't have to be worried about being yelled at. You do have to be worried about being yelled at outside. I mean, like Derek, for example. Derek can look at porn all day, every day. The reason why people dog on Derek is how public he is with him going after porn stars and harassing them online every day. If he just didn't do that and just learned to fap in silence and just fap porn like a normal person, like, he at least is getting something out of porn that is far more worthwhile than anything this dude is putting out. But DSP will tell you what he puts out is meaningful and like robust and cool, and he's such a chill motherfucker. But this dude is abusive and he has no one to challenge him on it. you could argue that like he's even abusive to Cat, but the abuse he does to Cat is probably not verbal or physical. It's probably mental, for all we know. But because look how he treats his Chat. It's not physical abuse he lays onto them. It's mental. It's verbal. It's these abusive tendencies which make people can argue that they wouldn't put it past Phil to do these little exercises onto Cat and even onto Leanna, which is why I also think that Leanna wanted to leave once she got a real job and she started talking to other people and all this stuff, and she has these other lifelines, that she started to realize maybe this dude's a fucking asshole. And that's why you saw in the Nier Automata playthrough that she was just kind of coming in saying, "Where's my apology, please?" and all this stuff. And here you have Phil, just this dude, man.
And things on there. Again, not high settings. It should be fine. It shouldn't overheat. And I was like, oh, that's good to know, because now maybe I could consider doing things that I wasn't thinking of doing, with this new information. That's cool, right? But you have to understand, I'm not going to be perfect. I'm not going to have ultimate knowledge every day. Yesterday, we had people coming into the last third of the podcast asking me questions about things we answered in the first third. And it was over.
But it was about how you're wrong. And they wanted to clear up. Now, okay. He's mad at Lavinia in this pre-stream for trying to derail the pre-stream or the podcast in the when he's trying to get stuff out of the way, right? He got warned, all this stuff. Got warned. He is now mad that people were bringing the PC up at the Q&A portion of the podcast and not when he was talking about it. This dude is mental. Look at that statement. What consistency is his fucking moderation? Oh, they came at the last third of the podcast when he was asking for Q&A. And to talk about a thing that I already talked about. What a bunch of idiots. Oh, Lavinia was trying to interrupt this stream at the beginning of the stream when he was told to talk about it at the Q&A portion. What an idiot. So what the fuck are you supposed to do? Oh, no. You're not supposed to question the guy until after the stream and just comment that he's wrong. Because apparently that's less public and less embarrassing. Because this dude cares so much about being embarrassed on stream. This dude is a baby. This dude doesn't want to rage on camera anymore. Doesn't want to do anything else just because he doesn't want to be embarrassed. But it's more embarrassing, DSP, when you don't own it. The fact that you go out of your way to avoid it is why people dog on you all the time and why people make fun of you. And it's more embarrassing because it shows how insecure you are. That's why when I hear all these people, and I don't give a fuck because I saw the Barbie movie and I thought the movie was good. It's a great movie. But when people are just like this and they act as if it's like some affront on anything, it's insane. It's just a movie. It's just a movie. And it's not even that bad of a movie. I liked some of the commentary it had. It's actually pretty good on that. If you're not interested in it, you're not interested in it. I'm not dogging on people who are just not interested in it. But I have seen so many weak fucking like, I can't believe this guy liked this movie. It's like, does it really matter? Does it really matter the enjoyment of other people who have in that movie and that kind of stuff? Like, whatever. But DSP is the guy that is just like, this is for girls, and I don't want to look at it. I don't want to even address it. And it's like, deal with it. Like, whatever. It's even the same shit I said about My Little Pony. Like, a lot of people watch that specific generation of My Little Pony because the person who worked on Powerpuff Girls, my Fonz's Home for Imaginary Friends, worked on that show. So naturally, some people would check it out and end up liking it. Yeah, you could argue about the the most extreme parts of the fandom, but what fandom doesn't have extremes? I mean, Christian is also part of the Sonic fandom, so, there you go. But again, no fandom is, like, completely sane. There's always extremes in any fandom you can go into, but it's just this notion of just not willing to be embarrassed and not owning that is ridiculous. Hopefully you understand where I was coming from. It was a whole word salad. I'm sorry. God damn, I apologize. I'm very sorry for this video. This is a bad video.
Over and over, like, well, so what? Am I supposed to restart the show to tell you everything I already told you in the first third of the show? Like, it's ridiculous. Again, no one else is held to these kind of crazy standards, and no one else gets this kind of criticism.
Crazy standards to just say, Phil, can you apologize? Again, it's just this need to avoid anything that's embarrassing or a sign of weakness. He thinks apologizing is a sign of weakness, and then he'll brag about how, oh, I was so dumb when I was young, but now I'm cool. But he talks like this. Okay.
Only Dark Side Phil, because people want to sit here in a toxic environment, all right? And they want to be rude to me on my own show where I'm just trying to entertain you every day, acting like this is some kind of a fucking scientific show about PCs or something. It's not. So, newsflash, this isn't Linus Tech Tips. This isn't Digital Foundry.
Yeah, so then why were you... So, okay, even if you go with this notion of, like, he doesn't know what he's talking about, then why were you arguing with people about something you don't know? Why did you act like a know-it-all Saturday when they were trying to correct you? And you're like, oh, no. Like, he literally was acting like a know-it-all talking to Lavinia, saying, so, basically, you put it on a wall, that shit. But that's not him being a know-it-all. If you're not an expert on anything, then why do you just keep insisting that you know what you're talking about when you're wrong?
This is DSP Gaming. I'm a 41-year-old guy who has very limited knowledge about this stuff, and I'm just winging it every day.
Yeah.
It's time to stop being assholes. All right? Really. And if you want to live in that toxic asshole world, then stay off my streams, because I don't want you here. I don't want people coming and
This isn't toxic, by the way. He just doubled down on being toxic, man.
spamming my streams, demanding things for a fucking hour from me. Yeah.
But Phil, what if Lavinia wanted to address it in the beginning when you were talking about it because it's relevant and you could get it out of the way instead of having to wait until the end? Like, this dude's whole game plan in life is to wait for things to blow over. That's why he can't do the interview series for some dumb fuck reason, because, oh, the internet makes fun of me, so I can't do it until it blows over. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, come on.
Yes, perhaps you could have thought that yesterday I was being rude to you, Lavinia, but literally you sat here in the chat, spammed my fucking podcast, demanding my attention during the time that wasn't even Q&A. Fuck off and get...
Look at this. Look at this. Again. Lavinia talked in the Q&A segment on Saturday about the PC. Gets mocked, gets chat on because he talked about the PC at the beginning of that podcast, so why bring it up now? Next day, Lavinia brings it up during the part where he's talking about the thing he was wrong about. Gets ignored. Waits till the Q&A. Says he should have waited till Q&A. DSP. You can't tell people to wait till Q&A, and then on other days when they bring stuff up for Q&A to say, why are you bringing that up? We talked about it before. This is what I've been saying. His moderation and just how he runs his own stream is so inconsistent. It doesn't make any sense. It's a madhouse. How are you supposed to know what's okay to be said there versus what's not okay? One day it's okay to make fun of him fapping. The next day, how dare you make Cat Cry your band? Like, it is insane. And then he wonders why he gets these fucking weird people in chat, because it's so hard to follow these rules. You're supposed to why are you talking about the PC during the podcast? Wait till Q&A. Why are you talking about the PC during Q&A? You just talked about it when we were talking about it an hour ago. What the fuck do you want? And then he wants you to not have this high expectation or this crazy demands to have DSP follow, but you have to follow when and where to talk about anything on his fucking pre-stream. To the point where he's kind of insinuating, if you read between the lines, to just comment on the video when it uploads. So you have to wait 4 hours to address anything because the comment section. This is not insane. This is not crazy to ask of anyone on your fucking stream. Like, I'm recording this video, so earlier when it said, oh, please comment about converters or whatever the fuck, like, where else are you supposed to talk to me? You don't have my phone number, at least I hope you don't, man. I'm not streaming this. So, I can't sit there and be like, well, no one told me, man. No one told me in the stream chat. Theo, you're not streaming. Wait a second. But this dude is streaming every day. He has a stream chat. Mr. Interactive, Mr. Chill Guy has these weird rules to talk to him. And it's funny, if you go back to the old pre-streams when he was on Twitch the second time, in 2017 when Persona 5, Persona 5 was a new game. This dude was reading contributions as they came in. He didn't have, okay guys, wait until the end of the pre-stream, then I'll, during the shout-out segment. He did them as they came. He was more interactive then than he is now. And he's telling you, trying to fool you into thinking he's Mr. Interactive. He isn't. He's a fucking idiot. And it's insane. These rules are insane. How the fuck can you follow them when you don't know what the rules are? You can't talk during this. Oh, you talked during the Q&A about something I talked about in the same podcast? You should have talked about when we talked about it. What the fuck do you mean? You wait until the Q&A to talk to chat. So what are they supposed to fucking do? So you're telling me that the subjects that you speak on the podcast, you cannot talk about them until the end of the show and it's uploaded on YouTube unless you ask for permission or whatever the fuck. What are you talking about? But this guy will look at his chat and say, you guys are crazy. You're asking way too much out of me, man. But what the fuck are you asking out of them? To talk in chat. No, not this time. That time. What? Not that time. This time. No, what are you doing? Not then. There. What? Like, just think about what he's asking, and you realize this dude is insane, and he gets mad at you for not following his insane rules. This is literally like watching an inmate in an institution fucking doing a stream. And it is wild. It is wild to see this guy talk like this and then has no question in his mind what he's asking, how he runs his own fucking stream because this dude's an idiot.
Get banned and don't come back. You're an obnoxious.
I want to hear this again. I want to hear the...
Yeah, spammed my fucking podcast demanding my attention during the time that wasn't even Q&A. Fuck off and get banned and don't come back. You're an obnoxious individual and we don't want your kind around here. We want people who are actually here to have a good time and be chill.
Well, Vinny is obnoxious. Meanwhile, DSP is the most obnoxious person I have met in my life. I have seen so many people in my life. DSP is the king of obnoxious fucking people. Like, there are people that I have seen growing up on my, as a kid, you see your parents' friends, and sometimes they can be a little bit much. My brother has some friends that I'm annoyed with sometimes that I find annoying, but DSP takes the cake in being obnoxious because he talks to his audience like they're fucking idiots, and he asks us ridiculous things for them to just know. Lavinia is supposed to just know when to talk about the PC, but not when to talk about it at the same fucking time.
So fuck off and kiss my ass. Okay. Much better now, isn't it? Because now she's not spamming the chat anymore. Because, by the way, her name's not...
Remember, DSP doesn't have a anger problem. But here we go. Here's the gold dust.
Lavinia, I know who that is.
He knows who that is. He knows who Lavinia is, right? So, Theo theory, or whatever the fuck you want to call this, but if he knew it was a troll that he banned him multiple times, that kind of insinuates that he was intentionally just egging Lavinia on Saturday to piss her off, to be like, oh yeah, you're a fucking idiot. Oh yeah, no, you're wrong, and this, that. Just intentionally pissing this person off to bait this, to ban her anyway, which then makes me wonder, why not just ban them? Oh, you want to know why? He's gonna say it too. He's gonna say it pretty soon, but I'll say it now just to be funny. He is gonna use it as a way to market how kind of a person he is. He's so kind. He's so kind. Because you know that kind people do that all the time. They tell you how kind they are. You see, Gandhi says, I'm so kind that I'm doing this. Jesus, I am so kind, everyone. I'm gonna die for your sins. I'm that kind for you. I love you all. Look, I'm so kind. I'm gonna be nailed to the stake for you guys. On the crucifixion, I'm gonna get crucified for you guys. I'm so fucking kind. Yeah, you think he, like, how does that make you feel about that guy? Because if you're kind, you're just gonna do nice things. But this dude will then be like, I was so kind. I was so kind. I'm so kind. I am so kind. Fucking have Jasper finish the job.
As always, these people who come by are just sock accounts of other people who have already been banned a million times.
Wait, there are socks of other people? What?
I know who that was. They've been here for months. Again, I'm being nice. I don't reban them.
See? You see? I was being nice. But if you know that they're a troll and they've trolled in the past, then why you let them come back? Because you want to know what's gonna happen? Because if this person had multiple sock accounts, let's say, then Lavinia is gonna come back. And DSP will still not ban this person, even though he claims that he knows who they are. Now, another thing, right? Correct? When the trolls say, oh, we know who this tipper is, we know this is OIC, blah, 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 blah. He's like, how do you know? How do you know this? But DSP knows all these sock accounts. He knows all these people. But also, he doesn't dox people. He doesn't know who you are, but he knows who this person is. Now, I don't know who Lavinia is. I don't know who this person is. I don't give a fuck. I don't know who this person is. How does DSP know this? Does he have... And also remember, DSP brags how, I don't care what people do outside my streams. I don't follow people. I don't have spies out there. But then he knows who Lavinia is. He knows that this person has sock accounts. He knows all this stuff just off the bat. Again, don't ask.
But then they look for opportunities like this to cause drama. And that's all.
But again, like Meerkat said this on his stream, and maybe some of his anger rubbed off on me, man. But he did this to himself. I liked Meerkat's example. The pig that got caught in its own into a most obvious trap, and it's like squealing and like raving about how it's caught in a trap. Because I just pictured a pig just like with DSP's face is doing all that shit, because it's easy to picture. But yeah, he did this to himself. He mocked Lavinia, used Lavinia as a thing, and it doesn't really do many favors when he says he knows it's a troll, he knows this person's been banned and all this stuff, and he says, oh, I've been so kind. But was it really kind? Because at that point, because I was thinking, listening to this, that if he knew it was a troll, then it made it very easy for him to just shit on this person Saturday. And like, yeah, this guy's a troll, fuck him. I'm gonna just fucking shit on him. Who cares? No one's gonna care about this guy. I'm gonna ban him anyway. And he just abuses him. Because that's what this is. And I said this again, DSP loves the power he has as a streamer, that he can ban anyone in his chat. He loves that feeling. And then when they send their little apology email, he gets off on that. Same when they make a sock account, he's like, oh yeah, she's gonna have to make a sock account. He probably gets like a fucking hard on. That's probably the most action he gets. That he probably gets more action out of this than from his fucking wife. Probably. And it's just, that's what this is. He knows Lavinia is a troll, so he sees this person as an easy target to make fun of. And since Lavinia wasn't necessarily a fun troll to milk like Snow Carl is, easy to ban him. But he loves trolls like Snow Carl that will just keep coming. Or Lights for Soul, especially Lights for Soul. That's his favorite troll because Lights for Soul is not only stupid and dumb but no one likes him. So it's like no one cares. And it's just annoying. So it's just super fun to just milk him for every penny he's worth. Same with Snow Carl. Oh, he's gonna give me a rant. I'll rant, sure, why not? But he's gonna come back, give me another $1. Watch this, and that's what he makes money on. He milks these kind of trolls. He loves them. He loves them in his chat. He loves them more than his actual fans, which says a lot. It says a lot because he gets the shit on them. Because you think it's gonna make it. You think it would be good PR for DSP to shit on Jade? No, it would actually be a negative because Jade is Jade. You think it's like during the whole thing with Super Blind Man and Last of Us 2, DSP immediately folded because he knows he can't lose the Blind Man because he needs to use him for clout.
All it is. This is more drama bullshit, and I take care of it. And here we go. Now here are all the trolls.
And this is him taking care of it. Now, what's super duper funny, hilarious even. There's a video. What, a week ago? Not even a week ago or whatever. I think I did a video of it. It was during it might have been during the LTG stuff, maybe. But he was like, okay, so when I get a troll, I'm just gonna ignore it. Okay. And you see right now, like I see a troll, I ban it. It is what it is, man. He says it all the time. Is this doing that? No. He could have just banned Lavinia when he first saw give me an apology. But no. He decided, I'm going to give him a little rant. I'm going to do a little dance for him.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so goodbye to you. So here we go.
Critical toxic.
This is good. Who's next? Because now this is good. It's good to take the opportunity, all right, to clear the community of this toxic element every once in a while. It really is.
What?
Here's another one.
Damn.
Clear the air. Wipe the toxic right out.
This guy's
right?
constantly whining.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, chew your fingers.
And by the way, notice how the regulars are actually very happy about this because now we don't have to listen to this bullshit anymore. Right?
No.
It's like, why the fuck are we wasting time on this nonsense? Why?
The regulars just like, why are you wasting time on this nonsense? But you ranted about this for like 8 minutes or whatever the fuck. Like he says this as if it's a slam on thank you Phil for getting rid of the trolls, but it's in reality it's shitting on DSP for ranting about this when he could have just banned Lavinia in the first place. But he chose to rant.
Why on the... Oh, of course. SD Charger says they're just going to flood back in a couple of days. You're absolutely right, because this is what they do. They come in with their sock accounts, and they change all their names like I don't know who they are.
Okay, so then why don't you ban them? He tells us that, ban evading is illegal, man, or whatever. Does he ban these ban evaders? Oh, no.
And I'm very nice.
Very nice. Fuck off. Like, this whole... like fucking thirst. I'm so nice. I let them in, man. I'm so nice.
I'm very nice to these people.
Nice.
I don't immediately.
I am very nice to these people that shit on me. I'm very nice to them. And then when they get banned again, I knew they were an asshole the whole time. I'm very nice.
Reban them when they come back. That person in particular had been banned multiple times. This was like their 5th sock account. And I'm like, dude, all right, I'm gonna be nice.
5. And I'm gonna be nice. If you, like, seriously, if you ban someone 5 times, you think that they should be back in your community?
And then they come in here with a know-it-all attitude yesterday. Oh, here's my opportunity. I finally got Phil in a gotcha moment because I'm researching his mini PC.
But what would have been the benefit correct? Of you responding to that, saying, "Oh, it does have a fan. I didn't know that. Oh, okay. I'll have to look into that. Thank you." What benefit was there for Lavinia for you to say that? Like, this is insane. Now that I'm actually even putting more thought into this, think about it. This is a reaction that would be at least understandable if it was like if Lavinia was trying to get him to admit he played WWE champions. Like think about this. Let's strip the context from this. I play you this audio. Oh, he's trying to get me into a gotcha moment or whatever. You listen to that. You don't know what rant it's from. What do you think he's ranting about? You would never have guessed it was about his mini PC. You would think that he was talking about fucking mobile games, accounts, the repairman, or whatever's gonna happen on Friday, like that kind of shit. You would think it's that, but no, it's about the mini PC, a thing that is so innocuous and victimless, harmless to just say, "Oh, it does? Wow." And he acts as if Lavinia was sitting there baiting him to say that he's down from the rafters. Like, god damn. Like, I just cannot believe the turn that this ring has taken.
And it's better than he thinks it is. So here, let me come to the fucking podcast mad late in the last 20 minutes and tell him he's all wrong just to get him in a gotcha moment on his own show. To which case I'm like, no, I'm gonna...
Look how sensitive this dude is. Look how much of a bitch he is. That he's so terrified of being proven wrong that he can't possibly say that maybe he was right. Otherwise, the trolls have won. If he admits that he might have been wrong, even though he tells us every day that he might be wrong. But he's grown. He matured, guys.
I'm gonna make fun of this because it's stupid. No one
He's gonna make fun of it because it's stupid. That's not whatever.
cares. I don't
Like, literally, that's not even what he was mad about when it happened. He didn't say, "Oh, this is stupid. Oh, man, who fucking cares, man? It's a mini PC." He was mad at him for saying that, "Oh, it's this, it's that." He tried to argue more about it. Like, the dude said that he thought it was stupid. The DSP, you literally wanted to bait him into being wrong. You were like, do you think the PC, do you put your PC on a wall, or do you have a heatsink? Answer that question, man. If you thought it was stupid, why were you engaging that? Why were you mocking for coming in late? Why not just say, like, Lavinia, do you really care about if there's a fan in this mini PC or not? I don't think there is a fan. Okay? Like, why do you care? Or whatever. No, he didn't say that. Instead, he argued with her, said, "Oh, it's this, it's that. Do you put a PC on a wall?" No. But he didn't care, man. Trying so hard to look like a fucking bitch-ass victim. You don't, DSP. You look like a bitch. You look like a dumbass bitch who doesn't know shit. That's abusive,
I don't have the data. We'll have more data. I'm sure people will research it. So now, this person...
He didn't even say that. He didn't say, "Oh, we'll do more research about it." He literally just told him to shut up and eat shit, pretty much.
literally sat in chat, just so you guys don't watch it on demand, because you have no idea. Since the moment I started the podcast this morning, we're running over an hour now.
Like how petty this dude is. But remember, he doesn't hold grudges. No, he doesn't hold grudges. Unlike these other people who hold grudges, he doesn't hold grudges.
They have been spamming the chat.
Look how mad you could get him if you just ask for an apology from him. Like, you notice that, right? Every instance, you could probably find a raid video that Hate Army uploaded, Mr. Huff Stuff uploaded, anyone that uploads clips. I'm sure you could find. You know what? We're gonna do a little fun thing. Oh my god.
The Hate Army troll is Hate
Like
Army.
a jump scare fucking thumbnail. We're gonna go to Hate Armies, and I'm gonna type in apology or apologize if I can. Where's the search function? There it is. Let's see. DSP Gaming inserts his biggest fan Derek during Pokemon stream. No, that's not it. Oh my god. Discussing Cherry Pep meme. This loses it because someone made fun of Derek or Jade. Whoa, when did this happen? 6 months ago. Bans viewer for not tipping, offers to unban for $50. Man, it might be harder. Harder than you think. But you also get the quote, sorry, apology for fucking what, man? Or whatever the fuck.
Yeah? Are you gonna apologize to me? Because I'm right about your PC and you're wrong. And blah, blah, blah. What?
He didn't even say that. He said, will you apologize for, like, talking to me like I'm an idiot? But no, you're supposed to take it. Like, that's the thing. DSU wants you to take the fucking shit. Take the abuse. Just take it.
And
But remember what DSP also told you. Another piece of advice from the guy. When you work with someone and someone abuses you like that, they talk down to you, and they say that they know better, it's over, man. Fuck them, man. DSP does that, and then he's like, fuck you, you're supposed to take it. Look how much he views his chat. Look how cool he views them. That they cannot think for themselves. They have to fucking take it. They have to take the abuse.
I'm not even kidding. I counted. It was about 40 times they spammed the chat with that message.
And he counted 40 times.
Today. 40 times. So it's about once a minute. They spammed the chat with a message. So I'm supposed to be serious about this? You know what I'm saying?
I'm supposed to be serious? So that person's supposed to be serious about you too then, right? Correct?
You're out of your mind. And by
Out of your mind. If you think he's gonna apologize for treating you like shit, you're out of your mind. The streamer is supposed to treat you like shit. Like, it is hilarious. This dude cries about how other streamers abuse their audience.
Oh, Bad Buddy, she asked for the church sub is $5. What an idiot. I don't abuse you guys.
And then when a dude's like, hey man, like, that wasn't cool how you talked to me yesterday. You want me to apologize? You want me to take that seriously? What the fuck, man? Like, I'm on level 1, you're on level 0. Dude, what the fuck?
the way, no, that wasn't a supporter. That's someone who's been gifted memberships 3 times.
That's not a supporter. It was gifted memberships 3 times. Yeah, man, he knows all. It's funny, right? How he knows months after who's been gifted members and who hasn't. But you'll tell, whatever. Okay.
In a row, and it's a sock account of a fucking troll. I know who it is. Like I said, I know all these people who are coming in and act like this. Normal people don't come to the streams and act like that. All right? That's someone. Oh, it's all about me.
So then, why did you keep him around? Why was he allowed to come back like 5 times? Like, he has an established history, and it keeps happening. Like, imagine if that's how our justice system worked. Well, you robbed like a bank every time we let you out, so we're just gonna give you the same punishment, the same years, the same everything. Like, usually in the justice system, the first offense is like the most like lenient, reasonable consequence for the most part, and then like the more times you do it, the harsher it is, and the more like, you know, the least lenient you'll get, pretty much. At least, or that's how it should work, man, right? But if DSP was running this shit, nah, man, you same year, and the judge will tell you every time you go to court, I've been nice to you. I let you out 5 times, and this is what you do. I was nice to you. You're back to jail for another day, okay? So, you know, go to jail for 1 day, and then we're gonna do the same song and dance again.
It's not. It's my podcast, not yours. All right? Enough with the being completely unfair to
But I thought it was our podcast, my friends.
me and trying to make it out like I'm a villain. And again, why did they do that? Why did they just spam my
But again, if he was so convinced that he was trying to make him look like a villain, then why did he tell him to fuck off and all this stuff, and yell and rant and all this stuff, when if he just banned him, just like,
All right, welcome to the pre-stream podcast. Yeah, okay. All right, so anyway,
you know, like, okay. But no. Instead, he was waiting for him to have this. It's kind of like a pastime for Phil.
my chat for 40 minutes with the same message so that now there could be highlights of this podcast so the haters can talk about something today. Go fuck yourselves. Literally, lick the shit in my asshole. I don't care about minutes with the same message so that now there could be highlights of this.
But you gave us the highlights. Again, if you were spamming and spamming is such a bad offense, why didn't you just ban them? Like, why wait until the end to ban them anyway and not to even have a conversation with Lavinia about it? Like, you notice that. He kept him unbanned throughout the entire podcast. And then at the end, he was like, all right, you're banned. Why not ban him at the beginning? Why wait until the end for that and do this big rant? Like, he thinks that this is like, because he thinks that if he does this big rant, then that's gonna be the end of it and there will be no more trolling, but it never happens. Because he thinks that, like, because it's like a child. Oh, if I yell at you and if I say all this stuff to you, you're gonna listen. But we're not children. No one is Derek, but pretty much almost no one is a child when they see this stuff. You can't assume that everyone's a child, and they're not gonna care. Like, if anything, it's silly to yell at people like this and talk to them like they're children.
Podcast so the haters can talk about something today. Go fuck yourselves. Literally, lick the shit in my asshole. I don't care about any of you. You're all insignificant humans. None of you will ever.
If he doesn't care, then why did he let the guy back in every time? You know what I mean?
Ever do anything with your lives. Get fucked.
Get fucked. Okay. Let's go to DSP Gaming. Let's see what's going on there today. How is GTA 5?
When to drop the package again? I always forget. Is it A? Is it X? Anyone remember?
Does anyone remember? Wow, we got a $20 super chat. Wow. What does it say? Does it say I love you, Phil? Happy streaming. Okay. Happy streaming. Yeah, okay. What about the snort? Man, did he upload? Is there any clips? Blames trolls for him treating. Oh my god, we got a live update. Holy shit. We got a live update. Yes.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Laughing.
Snort.
I'm not
snort,
laughing.
Snort.
I'm laughing.
Drip. Snort. Snort.
I got the drip.
You got the drip going.
Arkham, you're bringing up drama.
Bro, was this another Q&A segment? I hate. This is his Q&A segment. I always mock it because it's so fucking stupid. And honestly, in my opinion, he can't complain that people bring up whatever when this is his Q&A. Hey, you gonna see me later tonight, Jade? Okay, man. Do I like sea turtles? I guess, okay. Okay, this person's asking me, am I gonna play Baldur's Gate 3? No, not really, I'm not going to. I talked about this, it's not gonna fit my streams, man, okay? What's my favorite food? A hot dog. Is that it? Can we, stop? Can we do the, stream? That's the Q&A. So, fuck you. Because literally, if you have nothing else to contribute, end the podcast. If you're doing this for like 20 fucking minutes, then it's done. It's over.
The person who was banned yesterday was a troll on a fucking sock account. It's that simple. It's not. The whole story was fabricated. The whole thing's fake.
The story was fabricated. DSP, you fucking made the monster. You made the monster. The dude came in Saturday, said, oh, it has a fan. You argued about him not having a fan to say, I don't know. Then the next day you said, it's okay because I didn't know and you need to accept it. Shut up. Why do you want me to apologize? Like, come on. Come on. Like, you can't even be a man. You can't be a man, DSP, and fucking just say that, well, it was just, like, it was stupid. I was incorrect Saturday, and I might have been mean to him, but I didn't want to. And then he demanded an apology. Like, I didn't want to apologize to this person because he was spamming and stuff. Like, at least say that. At least.
It's bullshit.
But it's bullshit.
It's someone who already knew who they were for months and months. And if you believe they're bullshit.
But again, he knew it was a troll. So again, it just leads me to believe that he willingly abused this dude because he knew he was going to ban him anyway and he would be fine with it. So he wants to fuck with him. That's what he was doing. And in reality, if you look at his history, his track record of how he handles trolls or anyone for that matter, he does this stuff intentionally. And he wants to, he treats people like shit just to piss people off. So, and then he gets mad when people like respond, right? Like, dude, this dude does that. He's the literal meme of the dude that starts shit and says, oh, I was just joking to be stupid. And then it's like, yeah, okay.
It means that you fell for the nonsense. Because that's exactly what they've been trying to do. If you haven't noticed recently, things have been going really well around.
And then we do the meme. The fucking garbage cancer meme. Yeah, have you noticed that there's no drama on my stream, so they've been trying to interject themselves into my streams, man? DSP, you try to interject yourself into LTG. You are no better than what anyone else is, you piece of fucking shit. Okay? You're worse. You're worse. You're worse than any of the trolls that fucking did that to you. Lavinia is the kindest soul at this point compared to what you've been doing, because it's fucking bullshit. I see. You notice that the streams have not been going to disarray, blah blah blah. But that doesn't mean shit. Like, this dude is an idiot. He thinks that trolling only works because Jasper is about like there's some emergency, then the trolls show up or whatever the fuck. Or whatever, but he doesn't get that. And the other aspect is just to beat him to doing these rants, which he falls for all the time. Again, even if Lavinia is a troll, right? Let's believe him and say, yes, it's a troll, and this is all stupid, blah, blah, blah. He gave a massive rant about it. And he thinks that that makes him look like a winner. Okay.
Here, right? Think about it. Street Fighter stuff doing really well. I hit master rank. Now the trolls can no longer say that I'm no good at.
And then they can't say I'm no good at Street Fighter, man, because I'm Master Blanca, the worst character in the fucking game. The cheesiest character. A baby could hit Master with Blanca. Blanca's a piece of shit character. Like, literally, if Street Fighter allowed me to see the character that was trying to match with me, I would avoid all Blancas. Fuck Blanca. And he's trying to jerk himself off for being a Blanca player. I'm mastering Blanca. You know what? Why did Blanca win Evo? If Blanca's so good, oh no, Blanca sucks, right? No, Blanca's a piece of shit. Fuck Blanca. And he's like trying to suck his own dick about it. And it's the same guy. Fighting is real dumbed down and easy now. Like, shut up. Fucking shut up. And he's like, I don't care, man. Like, and you know for a fact, if you'd never hit master, you're like, I don't care about ranks, man. Yeah, who cares about ranks, man?
The Street Fighter, right? Someone donates a mini PC. This means that now I'm going to be able to make good content moving forward that I wasn't able to do.
What is good content? This is the same shit that I kind of said about GTA 5's anniversary playthrough. What is so special about it? It's a video game. It has nothing to do with DSP. Had nothing to do with its content. Did GTA 5 like massively make him a popular streamer? Like, what's so special that there's an anniversary run? And then he's like, oh, now I can make good content with a mini PC. What's the good content? It's just more games. And he's playing Chrono Trigger, which is an old game. Like, okay. And he's going to be able to go back to playing Super Turbo with tryhards again. Okay. And what's good about it? These are just games. He gets to play. Wow. Wow. Like, wow, you know what? Maybe that's why no one comes to my streams on Twitch, is because I'm not gaming on a PC. That's what it is. If not, because maybe my streams suck ass. Maybe I'm not an entertaining person. Maybe it's not this or that. No, it's not any of that. No way. It's because I just am not gaming on PC. Thank you, DSP. Now I know. Now I know it's not me. It's the games I play. That's where my content would really excel. Maybe I should play better games.
Do yet. So what happens is my hater base hates that. They hate the fact that things are going good and things are positive. In fact, I say, oh, I want to upgrade.
No, it's just gonna be really funny when he plays Chrono Trigger and we're gonna hear, guys, it would be nice, guys. Listen, guys. We have 200 people and only 5 likes. We could definitely hit the likes goal, but right now, I don't know, man. And we have like $5 in tips, guys. Guys, it would be really nice to get support. Everyone wants to see Chrono Trigger, and it's a game from my childhood. I'm loving the game. You're loving the game. Please support it, man. Please support it. It's probably gonna get wheeled on for a while, but then that's gonna drop, and then he's gonna beg and cry, and then another whale will be like, oh, feel sad. I gotta carry the playthrough. And then a whale will carry the playthrough. Jinx will come back. Jinx will come back with a vengeance and give him $200 to stream.
My setup for fighting games. So I do it, and they're like, wait a minute. Phil can afford?
Okay, let's I want to hear this.
They hate the fact that things are going good and things are positive. In fact, I say, oh, I want to upgrade my setup for fighting games. So I do it.
By the way, he didn't say he wanted to. He was asking in the chat, should I do this? Should I do this? So I don't know. I'm thinking about it. He was going to do it anyway, but whatever.
And they're like, wait a minute. Phil can afford to upgrade his setup?
Okay. If you're gonna mock people for saying this, you piece of shit, then why can't you get a green screen? Why can't you buy a PC? Why can't you buy all these other games? Why? Oh my god, what was it? I feel. Oh, you know that like a pixel thing that he wanted in the back of his thing? Why can't he buy that? Why couldn't he buy a new camera? Why did he need a fan to donate the camera? Why couldn't he buy the mini PC? Why couldn't he buy the mini PC? Why? I need to save my money. I gotta save my money, man. A new fighting stick? Okay, done. And then he mocks people. You piece of shit. You always tell us. Then go to example why you can't buy X, Y, or Z. I can't afford it. But he could afford to go on a $400 to $500 venture to buy shit he literally, factually doesn't need. I'm getting worked up. This is another thing that might spoil another video I was thinking about doing, because for some reason, this year specifically, especially after the side scroller shit, he has become the most obnoxious, dumbass fucker I have ever seen. To the point, I think even DSP in the past would probably have finished the job if he saw what he became. This is garbage. This is even worse than the Minecraft shit and anything else. Off of the simple fact that he's mocking people for being surprised he can afford stuff when he has complained about how he can't afford certain things and he can't save the money to do this or that. He couldn't save the money. You know what? If DSP is gonna mock this, then I'm gonna double down and say he deserves $0. Fuck it. Not even $1. $0 streams until he fucking retires. It is insane for this fucker to say this shit. Again, if a fan wants to be a dumbass and give him money, they might as well just shove the money up their ass. And that would get DSP excited because he loves ass. But burn your money. Burn it. Fuck it. Whatever. DSP is so fucking trash.
I don't get it. He's not in financial ruin? No, I'm not in financial ruin. I declared bankruptcy over 3 years ago. Things are...
DSP literally said when he was buying the stick, he wishes people support the fighting game stream to support the investment. Oh my god, what is that squeaky noise? Oh, it must be a bird. A bird is contributing to the conversation. But this dude was telling people, I need people to invest in the fighting game business, blah, blah, blah. And then he says this shit. Like, dude, this is what trolls have also been saying. That this dude is lying when he says, I need money, man. That he's full of shit. And then when people say that, no, I'm not full of shit. People think I'm better off. I'm not better off. He can't pick a fucking lane. Are you poor or not? This is the same shit he did years ago. If you go on to some weekend previews in 2015, 2016, he will tell you, oh, I never said I was broke. And then he would, or he'd say, like, I need money, man. Oh, man, money's tight. And then he would take a picture of him at a restaurant and say, I never said I was broke. Idiot. But he does this shit all the time because it's fucking manipulation. This dude is a piece of shit. And I love seeing how dumb his fan base is for giving him money to enable this dude. And then he is going to come back and say, I need money. A surprise bill just hit, guys. I need money right now. And then he flexes on this. This dude is trash. Trash.
They're getting better. I'm not in horrible financial ruin all the time. It's ridiculous how they say, again, these are idiots, okay? So they were trying to find another way to fucking derail the streams, and they think they succeeded when they didn't because it doesn't affect me at all.
But you ranted about this. This dude is insane. He drives you insane. Like, dude, if you put someone in a fucking room and have them watch DSP content and nothing but DSP content, they'd probably become a serial killer. They will go crazy. They will become a lunatic. Like, goddamn. Because just this, doing this fucking video, I've lost sense of reality. Watching the Lavinia shit, not thinking much about, like, you know, whatever. And this video just comes out the same day. This dude is insane. This dude will question your sanity. Because you swear a person like this dude doesn't exist. And yet here he is.
In any way whatsoever. It's nonsense. There was a group of people, again, they come in here with these stock accounts. They've already been banned 5-6 times. They come back in a group. It's their own friend group again. They always talk with each other.
Funny, right? How he told us that there was not going to be a boys club in this chat. He hates boys club and all this stuff. Yet it keeps happening. Like, part of my frustration is that you're seeing the same shit happen over and over and over. Like, it's the definition of insanity. And you're hoping that DSP will do something different. But he doesn't. He does the same shit over and over and over and over and over. Like, this dude needs help. Cat needs to get out of there. That place is toxic. Someone needs to get him the help he needs. This is not healthy. Whatever this is, like, it's not recently that this has been a thing. It has been persistent over the years. And it has been getting worse and worse. And these people who are enabling his narcissism is making him worse. It's really, like, positive trolling. People are just buttering his ass so we get this insane fucking narcissism on these huge levels. To the point where he gets scared when a person in his chat is just saying whatever.
Always regurgitate the same detractor memes and shit in the chat. Haha, like I don't notice it. And then they try to orchestrate this stuff. So they did. Over a couple days, they tried to orchestrate something that didn't work because they're idiots. And now they're all good.
Okay, I want DSP when he says that it didn't work. What didn't work? What didn't work? What did he think was gonna happen? What was he thinking that it was gonna somehow lead to him losing his YouTube membership and he was gonna have to do an emergency stream to get money or some shit? That doesn't make any sense. What was the end game that DSP was sure was gonna happen? Because we got the rant, we got the meltdown. Like, what meltdown does he think that we're not getting?
Gone. And now if you didn't notice, today the chat's a lot better, right? You don't have to put up with their nonsensical bullshit.
I got it. Maybe he thinks that we're trying to get him to cry. But his fans get him to cry all the time, though. So, I mean, why does he need us?
Shit. And what'll happen is they'll sit there for another week or two, and then they'll come back in again with new names. They'll pretend to be friendly, and then they'll sneak this, and they'll do their toxic shit again. It's a vicious cycle.
It's gonna happen again. What am I gonna do about it? Whatever, man. It's gonna happen again. So is this a countdown at this point? We have to wait. So maybe it's gonna be a once a month. This is gonna happen. It's gonna be a new thing.
Cool.
A new event. It's gonna be an event. It's an event.
You can't, when you're an online streamer, you can't always get rid of it, but you can deal with it in the moment. And I got rid of it, and that's it. You know, the funny part is they're so stupid. They think I never know about it. They don't realize they have people sitting in their Discord chats, and they tell me everything.
My God, great. You know, this is like tantamount to like imagine if like Joe Biden, whatever the fuck, puts out a tweet saying, "I hope our spies in Russia are doing okay." Like, you think that's gonna be cool? Or I hope our spies in La La Land are doing okay, or whatever the fuck. Like that'd be dangerous. But DSP is openly telling us that he has spies. Now, also remember what he tells us in the future when he does that he doesn't care what happens in the troll discords. Oh, I don't have any spies there, man. And then you go back to this, you're like, wait a second. So at this point, what he's kind of telling is that he's teaching us we could do new ways of trolling by just saying bullshit. This is what I said even when he was on Twitch. That this dude is so fucking stupid, you could say something really dumb and say that's a detractor meme, and he'll believe it because he's a fucking idiot. So he's telling us that we're so dumb that we don't know that he has spies in our Discord chats. Okay, why should we care? You're the one acting on this, and yet you still act surprised when these people are in your chat. Like, he thinks this is a massive dunk, but it makes him look like a fucking idiot who doesn't know anything. Regardless. Or that he's a dude pretending like he knows shit. Because, again, if he knew Lavinia was a troll that was banned 5 times, why did he wait until then to ban him, and why did he give a big toxic rant about it when he was a troll and he knows trolls were gonna clip it? You see how this just sounds like cope? He's just coping so hard that he ranted. This is his attempt at damage control because this dude's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot.
I don't even ask. They send me the email and they say, by the way, just so you know, this person is this person. This person is this person. They've been sitting in your chat all along. It's another one of their sock accounts. And I'm like, okay, I won't say nothing. And then one day they're gonna, you know.
I won't say nothing. Don't worry, man. But I will say something when I ban it. I'll let it slide until it's time to ban them. Even though I know they're ban evading, I'll let it slide.
Do the bullshit and then I'll get rid of them. You know?
So he tells us that his chat is troll free, no negativity. He puts a stop to it. But here he's telling us he'll let the trolling happen so that he can ban it. He'll let them troll and then ban them. What a positive chat.
I don't ask for it. People just do it. Because they don't understand that they're all so drama-filled in their heads. They all backstab each other. Like,
But I got a question. Why are your fans in our Discords? Interesting. And then, like I said, and then he then tries to switch it up by saying that it's trolls backstabbing each other. Is he trying to like instill paranoia in us? Is he trying to take us out from the inside to have us be like, "You're a spy! No, you're a spy! Oh my god, who's the spy in my Discord? Who? I need to find out who it is. Is it you?" But it's this. But no one cares. Because if the whole thing of backstabbing and all this stuff is to tell Phil that someone's in their chat trolling, that is the dumbest way to backstab someone. Like to this point, it's smarter to pay attention to door sounds than whatever the fuck DSP is imagining is going on.
like morons. They do it constantly. They're just idiots. I never once have said, "Hey, can you guys tell me about this?" No, people just send it to me. I don't ask for it. It's unsolicited. They'll say, "Just so you know, this person's this person," and there they are. They're doing it again. Here's their plan. All right.
But he has people in his own chat telling him troll shit anyway. He literally has fans telling him all this stuff. Like, this isn't the W he thinks it is. It just makes him look stupid, and then it makes him look even stupider that he's trying to, like, create a paranoia narrative, like a conspiracy theory. But also remember, we're dumb because we make conspiracy theories, but he's sitting here saying, they're backstabbing each other, they're spying on each other, they're giving me reports, and I didn't ask for it, man, but they're doing all this stuff. Like, that's not making conspiracy theories. And by the way, again, he doesn't know how to wear a shirt. It's just the top button, you don't need a button. He leaves too much open when he doesn't have the body for it. Like, you do that if you are like a muscular person, not when you're a fucking ghoul.
Thanks, and I'll wait for it, and then I'll take care of it, and then I do. So don't buy into the bullshit. That's what it is, all bullshit. I haven't paid attention to a single moment of it. And then when
I didn't pay attention to it. I read what this guy said. I waited until it happens, then I acted on it. That's him ignoring it. He's literally the meme. I don't care. I don't care about DSP. Let me do 1,000 videos on DSP, but I don't care about him.
it happened, goodbye. Everything's good. Literally everything is nice and positive right now. We got all this new content coming out, all this fun stuff happening. The worst thing that happened is that I can't play Street Fighter tonight because they're doing maintenance. That sucks. Outside of that, everything is business as usual. Everything is good. We're not going to entertain their bullshit. All right, I shouldn't be wasting time talking about it, but because you Arkham asked and you're a nice person, I figured out
Arkham's a nice person. Arkham, fuck off.
at least give you the time to satisfactorily answer what you're saying, but understand that you're being fooled by idiots who are basically making shit up constantly on this chat. I mean, they do it all the time.
On this chat? Interesting.
Okay. Exactly right. No one wants to hear that discussion. It's taken care of. If you hadn't noticed, since I took care of it yesterday, everything's fine. There's been no problems whatsoever. The chat's better for it. So we all relax now, right? Arkham, again, stop with the drama. Just stop right now.
No, he's a
one
nice
wants to
guy.
hear the fucking drama.
Why is DSP telling me to stop talking about the drama? What? He said he's a nice person. Why is he talking about drama all the time? Wait, maybe he's a spy.
Nobody. Yeah, I know. Not famous, I know. I know that the person earlier lied. I'm not going to... Basically, someone just said, did you know that the person who won EVO wasn't sponsored? So it contradicts what you said.
What?
Which is wrong because he was sponsored.
Oh my god, I'm terrified to know the context.
I know he's sponsored. I mean, I'm not going to... Why bother wasting
Oh my god.
time on a troll? So I mean, like, I try not to address the nonsense, but then sometimes these idiots will spam the chat nonstop, and then I have to address it, which I don't like doing. And then
If you don't want to address the nonsense, then just don't address it and ban them.
becomes drama, you know? Why do you think
know?
for 40 minutes yesterday I tried to ignore the troll in chat being stupid, and then eventually I had to address it because they wouldn't stop spamming, right?
You were able to count how many times he posted, though. But you were ignoring it? But you yelled at him Saturday saying, why did you talk about the PC stuff during the Q&A when you already talked about it? Then yelled at him for talking about it, the PC thing, during the PC segment and not waiting for the Q&A. Oh, okay.
Right? I know better, but you know what I should have just done is just said ban and just moved on and not said.
This fucker, man.
A word, but what can you do, right?
What can you do? What can you do? Says the guy that gets trolled all the time and has multiple instances of this happening all the time. What can you do? Yeah, what can you do, Phil? You know, it is what
Yeah,
it is.
it's idiocy.
Idiocy.
Just don't fall for the idiocy, okay?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm terrified. Is there another clip? I better not see another fucking clip. Oh. God. God damn, man. That. Alright. That seems to be it. Holy. Holy man. God damn. What is this?
Do I have any whale tail gin yet left? I do have some whale tail gin left. Yes, I do. I had a drink or two of it since Christmas, but I still have a lot of it left. $100 for a shot.
Okay, it's that. Alright, that's it for this video. I don't know if I want to do the fighting game, the fight stick video, as I don't know, I'll think about it. But as always, thank you for watching. Let me know, I guess, and maybe you'll be able to catch it in time for me to add it to the video. But I won't yell at you. Don't worry, I will not yell at you. But actually, you know what? We'll do a little bonus. Let's see. I'm on full screen now. Let's go full Greek. I'm gonna Google this. Let's see. A controller adapter for PS5. Let's see. Controller adapter converter. So I found this on Amazon. EG Game controller adapter converter is $26. Compatible with PS5, 4, 3 Switch. Makes PlayStation 5. All this compatible with your Switch, PS5. Okay, so this could work. What are the reviews? 1 star, absolutely useless. Oof. There's a fly here. One of JVS's best gaming products. This adapter doesn't connect with Xbox controllers to PS5. Works great with PS4. Wow, and then someone replied saying it's not working. Oof. So this seems kind of mixed. The EG game. So that may not be necessarily the best. So I guess there is some. But I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do probably more research. So I guess it does exist, but the company I wanted from doesn't have any. It's because it's like Wingman Brockham or whatever. But whatever. I guess I'll have to look into it. If you guys have any recommendations, feel free to comment that too. But I won't yell at you about it. And if I do, well, stop being a troll, man. Okay, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. It was a fun one. Hopefully we will have a video that's less wild in the future. Alright, bye-bye!